Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Week 2, Matches 2 and 3 of the Chicago Bocce League. I'm Mike Sheldon, this is Andy Zimmerman, and you're watching the Bocce Broadcast Network. Up first today, we've got the Beverly Jacks versus the Highwood Stallions, the two first-place teams after Week 1. What do you see here, Andy?
I see all-stars. I see full rosters of talented players. I know their starting lineups are, there's only 6 teams in the league, but I would argue that these could be the top 2 starting lineups, and their benches go deep. So if they decide to do subbing in the second game or third game, or I suppose even the first game, we just haven't seen a lot of first game subbing yet, but I think that they match each other up well. They all have 2-tool players, and I think this is going to be a barn burner of a match. I'm calling 3 games here.
Let's talk about that. The subbing. Coming into the season with this format here, triples, no walk, of course, subs are only allowed in between frames. A lot of people were saying that we were not going to see a lot of substitutes. But as you said, we really have. Do you think that's just an early season thing, trying to figure out the best lineups?
Well, Mike, I think that's the problem with the phrase people are saying. I don't know if they knew, right? And we always say here around Chicago, if you didn't hear it from me or Alex, it's probably not true. But you can always ask us. I'm very happy with the amount of substitutions we've seen, especially going into games 2 and 3. And let's be honest, everybody makes the playoffs. So why not get your roster as many roles as they can in a live situation? It's very different out here playing than it is practicing or any other environment these players have played in before. So get them roles, get them comfortable so that when their number is called later in the season in a more important match or even in the playoffs, they'll be ready to go. But I could be wrong. It could turn out to be playoff time and starters roll through, so we'll have to see. But I love seeing people getting off the bench. I know our team made it a point to get everybody roles, but at the same time, we are trying to win matches. So,
well, as you can see in the standings there, through Thursday's matches, the Park Ridge Penguins up into first place. Of course, the other 2 teams in that division have yet to play their second match of the season. Highwood Stallions, in this first match here, will be looking to take control of first place in the North. They'll be able to do that with, depending on point differential, they'll be able to do that. I guess they wouldn't have control if they only got 1 point. They'd be tied. But with a match win here, Highwood Stallions would be able to take sole possession of first place in the North Division. Meanwhile, in the South, we got a real tight race so far.
It is really tight, and we would expect nothing less. I don't see any weaknesses in the schedule. Every week, as we saw, the Penguins came out and fought really hard and won the second and third game in a match that on paper looked like a mismatch. And I'm not going to call that an upset. I'm going to say that they dug deep and fought hard and worked through their lineup and found a solution that worked and were able to win that series. So I think it's going to be tight all year. I can't imagine a team pulling away, or at least pulling away that far.
We saw in Ohio the difference between the first place team. So in Ohio, there were 21 points available over the course of the season. It's the same here in Chicago. The format's slightly different. Here we're doing best of 3. You get 3 points for winning the match in 2 games, 2 points for winning the match in 3 games, 1 point for losing the match in 3 games, and 0 points for losing the match in 2 games. In Ohio, our first seed overall had 13 points in the standings at the end of the season, and last place I think had, I want to say 9, but that doesn't sound right. Maybe 5. I think Youngstown Flash might have been 5 points.
And look what they did in the playoffs.
Yeah. They made a run. We are going to get started with Beverly Jacks versus the Highwood Stallions shortly, but first, a look back at what Week 1 looked like for the Stallions, courtesy of Milan Tomic.
Welcome to your Week 1 recap of the Chicago Bocce League, Chicago's first semi-pro bocce league. I'm Milan Tomic. Let's take you right to the action. For all you sports trivia nerds out there, who rolled the first ball ever? That would be Anthony LaBarbera of the Elmwood Park Eagles. Pretty good, this guy. Stallions riding away with game 1. A lot of it due to the excellent long court pointing. Just on top. Eagles mount a late game comeback and they have a chance to keep themselves in the game here. But this one's gonna roll just past. Probably gonna want that one back. And there you have it. Game 1 down in the history books. Stallions beat the Eagles 12-9. But all are best of 3 series. And game 2, mid-game substitution. Eagles stick one around to tie the game at 5-5, and that's going to prove the difference. As Stallions had a chance to get back into this one. But on the last ball of the game, Eagles seal the match. Roll a beauty on there. Take it 12-7. Final game of the series. Anthony LaBarbera throws a prayer ball out there, resets the frame, keeping the Eagles alive, but it wouldn't prove enough. And Stallions go down in the history books as the first ones ever to win the first match for the Chicago Bocce League. First round of stats for you. These will get better as time goes on. All these available at boccelabs.com. Thanks for tuning in to your Week 1 recap. I'm Milan Tomic.
Thank you very much, Milan. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Yeah, Nick, I didn't even realize I have, oh, you can't see it now, can you? I've got a penguin on my shirt.
Hey, you know what I didn't realize? I didn't realize they'd be in the booth, but thankfully I came prepared. America's home for bocce, guys.
Let's take a look at our starters for match 1. A little bit of a change for the Beverly Jacks. Miles Russell sliding into the singles position this week. Courtney Strickland will take his spot on the double side, shooting alongside decorated veteran of the game, Leo Gennady. And for your Highwood Stallions, same lineup, Todd Michael at singles, Tim Tillari at doubles, as you can see there, and Mr. Tom Holloman. Tom Holloman? Too many letters there. Shooting on the double side. We'll see how Miles is able to adapt to the change in position. Miles, not the best performance we've ever seen out of Miles last week.
No, I thought when he was on, he was really on. And I think I think he's kind of gone through a lot of changes over the last several months and wasn't quite up to his game. And when he was clicking on all cylinders, I thought it was just about the best we had seen him in quite a while. And then, of course, he did have lapses. It is a 3-game series is a long time to be playing in a row. You know, in tournaments, we're used to playing and sitting for a few hours and then gearing back up and getting that mind right. But going one into the next, especially playing on the single side, you're just rolling a lot of balls. And that is hard to maintain at a high clip for extended period of time. We got Alex out here giving our pep talk to the crowd. I know Chicago has gained a reputation of being so quiet around the court, and we are trying to encourage them. If a 17-year-old college basketball player can hit a free throw in front of 40,000 screaming fans, I think, 75 fans can cheer, especially while the ball's rolling.
Crowd's starting to trickle in here this early Saturday morning. Let's take a look at our CBL universe, where these neighborhoods that these teams are representing. First match of the game, we've got the farthest south versus the farthest north. South side versus Highwood. Beverly is correct me if I'm wrong, Andy, the southernmost neighborhood within the city limits of Chicago?
It is. I was surprised. I didn't know that it was a neighborhood. I thought Beverly was a town. And we went there to meet with the owners of the Jacks, and I said, sure enough, this is in Chicago, but I'm a North Sider, so I'm pretty much never south of Madison Avenue.
Shout out to everybody watching out in Beverly, and shout out to everybody watching in Highwood. And then later on today, we will have the Elmwood Park Eagles out of Elmwood Park, which is a town, not a neighborhood, correct?
Correct.
Versus the Bucktown Billy Goats, which is a neighborhood, not a town.
It is, and if you were to, thankfully we're hosting all the games here at the Chicago Bocce Club, but if you were to drive from Beverly to Highwood in a perfect world with no traffic, that's an hour and a half. But Chicago has traffic every minute of every day of the year, so that's about a 2+ hour drive.
Well, here comes the coin flip from Alex Guerra. We're going to send it down to our feature court for Beverly Jacks versus the Highwood Stallions. And we're live. The first Paulino throw of the day. Miles Russell. And immediately a hush falls over
Deadly
the building.
quiet.
Opening ball, these bright green neon balls for the Beverly Jacks, about 2 feet behind Paulino. Lines wide open for Todd Michael. Speed looks good. Very well positioned. A bit of a tweener here for Miles. He's got about 14 inches if he wants the point. Looks like that's what he's going to do. He's got a real good chance at ricocheting if he were to try and shoot Todd's ball. A little bit of rondina. Speed is just enough. Our officials on the court today, Mr. Jeff Giegold and Mr. Chicago, Alex Guerra. Todd Michael, great Paulino hit, even better result.
And you know, Mike, last week you talked about Todd seemingly slowing his Rafa down quite a bit, and I talked to Todd, and he's had trouble with migraines for the last few months, and he said when he moves fast he can get a jolt, and he doesn't want to be affected during a match, so he slowed his Rafa down, and he's kind of gotten in control of it. So we wish the best for Todd. You know, migraines are very unexplainable and unpredictable, and he wanted nothing more than to get out and play, and so he slowed his Rafa down, and it's been really accurate. Kind of makes me sick.
Double target for Miles Russell. That's a good enough break. 2 balls back, though, for Todd. Tom is giving him some information. It looks like he's got about 4 feet on the back wall. He's going to give himself 2 chances to beat that point. Even if he doesn't do it with the first one, this ball is going to burn.
Ooh, just a little hot.
Yeah, the advantage of pointing both balls is that you get to learn from the first one. Probably got to take about 2-3 feet off of that roll.
And that is a really hard adjust for a player to have 2 balls, roll one into the back wall, and then just know you got to take a couple feet off. And how many times do you see a player roll that second ball short just because they're afraid of hitting it into the wall again? I like the confidence he took there. Didn't quite work out.
On the bench for the Beverly Jacks, Aaron Brown, Lilia Zaporaniuk, and Alicia Harvey. And for the Highwood Stallions, Kyle Kubler, Steve Thornberry, and Dave Silvani, joined by their practice players, Jesse Morris and Joe Blumenshine. Leo Gennady.
Got a little inside info on those brand new balls. Those are Leo's Geos. Brought to you by Super Martel.
Beautiful opening point. This will bring up Tom Holloman to attempt to stick around. That ball went quite a ways in the air, yeah. It looked like it stuck in his hand or something.
Yeah, that's a much higher release than we're used to seeing from Tom. Very straight.
Tim Tillari comes up a couple inches short, and the Stallions are in an early hole. Well, early on the wall and short. Tim's.
They're going to try.
Sorry. He had a chance. If he had the right line, he had a chance at either bumping his own ball or sitting on the inside of the Jacks ball. Great ball from Tom Holloman, but 3 balls back for the Jackson. Courtney. If Paulino moves a little bit, Jacks could be very well situated.
What a great shot.
Beautiful shot. They have a choice to make here. Jack's sitting third point, 2 balls back. They could shoot twice if they wanted. Leo's asking if they have the 4th point as well. It doesn't really matter because if they shoot, it's very likely that the Stallions' ball is going to end up being better than that ball in the back corner. This is really an inconsequential measure. This is probably just a strategy to buy themselves a little bit of time. Smart thing to do.
Well, Mike, I do like taking a rip at the Polino here because the probability of hitting the Polino in one shot, I think, is greater than hitting both those balls out and sticking around. So if they take one rip here at the Polino, and if Courtney misses, which is unlikely, then Leo's got plenty of room to tuck it in there and save the frame. Let's see what she goes for here.
Courtney Strickland. I mean, that was with authority. She almost stuck that one underhand.
And you know, when you hit it that directly, I mean, right in the middle, it's going to hang around.
Leo Gennady for a big frame to make it 4-0. Oh, just wide left, and the Stallions escape with a point.
And that's why I like that Polino shot there, because I think that's a much easier 3 than hit.
Well, especially if you consider, you talked about the probability of hitting it once with one shot. If you want, you could take 2 shots at it. The probability increases naturally.
Sure, but then you're leaving 2 points, if you take 2 shots. I like a first shot there, and, Leo's obviously can tuck that ball in because his first ball cost the Stallions all 4 of their balls. And Todd's right back at it, right on top of the Polino here.
Beautiful ball from Tom Holloman to save that frame. Miles Russell changes colors. Unfortunately for him, Paulino moves. Looks like he maintained the point. That's a great early sign for Miles. Sotomano's stick shot, solid.
Mike, I'm so familiar with all these players, and Miles Russell, he taught me how to Sopomano. He taught me how to shoot underhand, changed my game forever. And just recently, he's gone to Sotomano. He's gone with the backspin stick shot, and I wonder if he's abandoned his underhand altogether, because that would have been a great opportunity for an underhand shot there to have his ball follow back to the back wall with the Polino. But it is a good sign that he is hitting that dead stick early.
Todd Michael with his 3rd back wall roll of the game and his first successful one. 2 balls each. I'm curious to see if he goes underhand or overhand for this one. This one is going to be underhand.
There we go.
If you ask the Canadians, that's overhand. But if you ask an American, that's underhand.
I think the rest of the world is with Canada on that. I think our grammar is a little bit backwards comparatively to the Romantic and ancient languages. Not that Canada doesn't speak English mostly, but Quebec has
the Canadians, sorry to interrupt you, the Canadians do use a lot of direct translations with their bocce terms.
and I think it's because of the French in the eastern region. The French and French Canadian.
Miles Russell right on Paulino, full court. 2 balls back for Todd Michael.
Ooh, and I thought they had 3 points there, but that's just Jeff Giegold's lime green Crocs.
Shout out Jeff Giegold. Todd will take another rip at this. It's possible to give up another point. Jeff's going to replace that ball. Got touched by the backboard. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in as we tick up past the 100 live devices. Appreciate you joining us on this overcast Saturday morning in Chicago, Illinois. What do you think about the decision not to shoot that second time, Andy?
Are they sitting 1 or 2?
Just one.
If they're sitting 1, I think that's a shot all day. If they're sitting 2 or unknown, I mean, I trust Todd to point it in there.
We got Kevin Clark, Jen Hardy, Nick Draus, Penguins owner, in the chat. Hello from France. Bonjour. Question about the playoffs. Teams that go straight to semifinals. Yes, top two overall. 77 neighborhoods throughout Chicago. A city of neighborhoods.
That's what they say. And nothing makes you cooler in Chicago than referencing the neighborhoods casually.
We got Callie in the chat. Skokie, Florida. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Oh, Skokie. Chicago Bocce Club partner and building owner, Mike Mages. Thanks for tuning in, Mike.
Tom Holloman, he's got a big target. Ooh, unfortunately, his ball skips up out of play. That'll be removed, and Jacks are sitting with a decent point on the backboard. This ball from the Stallions has to be, you got to leave this ball in play.
Definitely, and that's a real bummer for Tom, but a testament to the impeccable design of the Chicago Bocce Club where that ball does not fit under the rail.
Shout out to the welders.
Ooh, that's going to hurt.
Now they left himself with nothing to play on. Timmy can learn from that roll. You could easily flip the script of the frame with a good point here, but that is not a good sign. That ball's going to burn just a couple inches too long. 3 balls back for the Jacks again.
Man, this is big trouble. Now, I don't know. Do you know if Leo or Courtney can shoot well?
We'll find out.
If they can, this is going to be big trouble for the Stallions, no matter where this ball ends up.
Tom has to keep this one in the court, and he made sure to do so, but about 6 feet there for the Jacks to point. Leo's asking if the board is a point. Miles is going to take a look for him.
Oh, they might have to burn a timeout on this.
Could be a good spot to use one. again for the Jacks. You want to keep this ball in the court. Probably, I mean, it seems like an obvious thing to say that you want to keep this ball in the court, but when you're pointing on the back wall, it is something to consider. There are some balls where you want to be more aggressive, and if it's long and you burn it, it's fine. At least you give it a chance. But in this situation with 2 more balls behind, you keep that ball in the court. Even though it's short, it gives Courtney something to touch. She can be a little bit aggressive here. She kind of has a double target on both of their balls. But it looks like she's just going straight for point.
My goodness. Now you're going to shoot this front ball here? Try and get 4? Or are you happy with 3?
I don't think you shoot it. I think the likelihood of hitting that and making 4 instead of 3 is not much higher, if at all, than the likelihood of pointing here again. Courtney came a little close to that Stallions ball on her first roll, and just an overcorrection there, staying
and Mike,
further out to the right.
That is a huge win for the Highwood Stallions. 1 ball in play, probably 6, 7 feet away from the Polino, and they get away with giving up 2 there. I wonder if they can use that as fuel for this next frame, because that is a huge, huge win for them.
Miles Russell putting up a 100% stat line 2 frames into the game. How about that for a start?
He's a multi-time gold medalist. He knows what pressure is like.
Todd Michael sticks it again. Nice to see a couple stick shots this morning. That one's just a bad ricochet. That ball's, a foot removed from Paulino.
Yeah.
You're really not planning on that one contacting Paulino. The fact that it's so close to the sideboard makes it more likely. This ball's going to stay in play. Missed his target on his own ball in the front there. Would have worked out nicely if he caught the left side of the Jacks ball, but again, Andy, Stallions, couple balls behind. And Miles' point on the back is maybe 2 feet. Look at this ball, though, from Todd. If it gets up, it's a beauty. That's short.
That's a decent seal anyhow.
Covers the line. It's right in the way. If you're Todd, do you consider shooting the big target on your own 2 balls on the right side of the court?
I always consider shooting, but in a game where you're down 3 points and you just got a big break in the previous frame, I think conservative's the play here.
Look at this ball. Todd Michael, 74 feet down the court, puts it within 8 inches.
Wow.
Big target for Miles. He has just enough room to go between.
You got to hit this on the left side of the ball, though. The other ball.
He's got 2 more bullets in the chamber. Miles Russell to extend the Jacks lead. Oh, this might work out. Jeff making sure he didn't want that ball to contact the other one off the backboard.
A little bit of gymnastics there out of light-footed Jeff Giegold.
I would imagine that Miles shoots this ball again. I mean, the Stallions could potentially get a really good break here, but either way. Oh, no.
Oh, the hard way. Oh, and I guess we're going to call that a hit, Mike.
Well, it's not a hit in the stats, but it's a hit in our hearts. 1 point for the Jacks, but again, you can't really be that upset if you're the Stallions.
Yeah, giving up 1s and 2s on frames where you're, on a 0 to 3 ball disadvantage.
How about Leo Gennady plus 11 point differential over the course of the season so far?
Incredible, not surprising.
Tom Holloman. 2 Paulino shots in a row. This time his ball's going to stay in the court. They got a real nice point in the backboard, and for once, the Stallions have an advantage.
And we should all know by now, Tom Holloman is a U.S. national gold medal champion shooter, but what people might not know is that his teammate down there, Tim Tillari, is a silver medal shooter.
Two-ball advantage for the Stallions.
We'll see if the Jacks get a taste of their own medicine here. Got a lot of frames on the back wall so far.
Ball short. We got Park Ridge in the chat. Southside, Erie, PA. Thank you all for tuning in. Please click that thumbs up button for us. If you're not subscribed to the Bocce Broadcast Network, please subscribe. That's all we ask. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We appreciate you spending part of your Saturday morning, afternoon with us here at the CBC. Alex Garrett calls it no good, and look at this. Stallions 3 balls back. Can the Stallions capitalize?
If they tie the game on this frame, I mean, that's going to be very deflating for the Jacks. Working so hard, pretty much dominating this game on
Tim
ball
Tillari's got to touch Paulino, and he just nicks it. What a line.
What a line. What a ball. Don't be shy there, Tim. Good ball.
Yeah, the Jacks have won 4 frames so far this game. This would be the Stallions' only the 2nd frame win of the game. And until that ball burnt, they had a chance at tying it.
And I think this is where the shot clock affects it, because Tim was fired up from nicking that Paulino, and he, with urgency, went right back to the line and just kind of sailed one out there.
Tom Holloman taking the high side on the Rondina. What a beautiful ball. 2 great balls from Tom Holloman in that frame.
Big frame.
5-4 Jacks.
Let's see what this does for the Stallions, because they've been hanging on. Their prayers have been answered, and this is a 1-point game now. They have control of the Paulino, and they're such a composed group.
James Salvaggio in the chat, OBL MVP. We will be live from Ohio tomorrow, Andy. Can you believe that?
For the Futures game and the All-Star game, yeah. Are you going to be out there?
I will. I got to catch a flight tomorrow morning. OBL Futures game, Future Stars of the Ohio Bocce League, under 18, players under 18, followed by skills competition, and then the season 1 first ever OBL All-Star game. That'll all be live starting at 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow right here on the Bocce Broadcast Network. Miles Russell, ball number 2. That's in. Todd would love to take both those balls with one shot. If he can stick around.
Great shot.
Beautifully done, and his ball travels down to the back, covers the backboard. Tough position for Miles here. That's going to be a real hard ball to beat.
You know, even if
he's going Paulino.
Shoot.
I think he's going Paulino, Andy. A little bit of Rondina. Solid hit on Paulino. Andy's going to maintain the point. Miles Russell, beautifully done.
Excellent shot. Really controlled.
There's a lot of pressure on that shot. If he misses that one, they're in a really tough spot, especially with Todd's ability to stick.
And what an answer from the Jacks to have Miles hit that on his first ball after the turn of events from the previous frame.
It's a bit of a similar situation to what we saw a few frames ago. If Miles misses that Paulino shot, you think their plan from the get before that shot is to have him shoot it twice if he misses the first one?
Possibly. You know, I don't know these players as overly aggressive players, so I don't know if that, you know, if they're licking their chops on a situation like that. Me, absolutely.
Look at this. 1 point sitting. 1 ball back for the Beverly Jacks. Miles Russell, what a Paulino shot.
And I'm really proud of Miles here, keeping his composure after a frustrating first 5 frames.
Hey, look at this.
And to get that Paulino shot, and if this is 2, incredible. Great job, Miles. Way to stay engaged.
And how hard is that to go from shooting Paulino on a gentle Rondina shot and then pointing full court?
For the average American, near impossible. For a gold medal shooting champion and doubles champion and mixed doubles champion and singles champion, we expect it.
Beverly Jacks right on par with their season average stats. Consistent. That's one thing you can expect from the Jacks. Consistency.
Leo left that a little short. You know, Leo really struggled last week with his pointing and came out really hot tonight. So it was, or I'm sorry, this morning. Yeah, it was, I mean, not that, you know, Leo, the most experienced bocce player out here, of course he's got that in him. But I was happy to see it. I was happy to see him come out strong. But this one here, he just left short. I wonder if he's just defaulting to that, you know, Highwood roll or that Mazzini roll.
Oh boy. Now Tom Holloman can pull his stick shot out of his back pocket, and this could be a big frame for the Stallions.
I wonder if Leo's going to try and go inside on this to try and hide that ball to prevent Tom from sticking it.
I would imagine. I mean, even if he puts it, even if he doesn't beat the point there, that's a pretty useful ball where that's situated.
Yeah, you're taking the wall away, but you know, Tom and Tim are excellent pointers. They can very easily get it in, and that ball's not even close. Here's a good ball.
Well, Stallions will shoot this. They got 3 balls back. They still, I guess Leo's ball is leaves him enough room to point afterwards. No reason to shoot the front ball first. Tom Holloman, can he stick around? Oh, is that enough, Andy?
I think that's going to peel outside.
2 times Tom Holloman sticks for 2.
Goodness.
Alex is going to take a second look. He's still holding up the 2.
That is so wide. That front ball is much worse than I thought, and I didn't call it good.
Yeah, this could be a 4-point frame for the Stallions. Timmy's ball is going to be good.
You know, with all that room outside, we going to see a lead change here with this ball? I think we're guaranteed a tie. That's a casino. Ring it up.
Huge frame for the Stallions. They've now only won 3 out of 8 frames.
Come on.
And they've got themselves a lead. How about Tom Holloman? 3 for 4 rolling, 3 for 4 shooting. Great start.
Great player. He's got great fans, too. I see his lovely wife, Michelle, made another sign for this week, and we love to see it. Todd's a little fired up about that casino. Heart's probably pounding a little bit. Sailed it just outside. Great opportunity for Miles to take control of this frame. Miles is looking good today.
Todd's got a lot of Paulino here. He should be favoring the left side of Paulino. Beautiful recovery, Todd Michael. That's a huge shot. With his first ball being very beatable, especially for Miles. You can pretty much count on Miles beating that 4 times. Todd's got to switch up Paulino location with his shot. So for as good as Miles's ball was, it did give Todd less risky Paulino shot. I think Todd's going to go with a little speed here and hope to touch his own ball on the back. Look at that finesse.
Total control, using that rondina, trusting the leg or the soft Rafa. Beautiful shot by Todd.
Full court shot. What a display from these two players, Andy. One ball back apiece. Todd will attempt the same thing. He's got a bigger target now. He's got 2 balls to touch on the right side. And we're going to call our first timeout of the match.
I love this timeout. Make a clear decision and give Todd a chance to walk it back and execute.
Folks, registration is now live for the 2026 ABC Open, September 10th through 12th at the Palazzo de Bocce in Lake Orion, Michigan. You can scan those QR codes on your screen or head to AmericanBocceCo.com to register now. Todd Michael is going to, again, try and touch these balls on the right side. Looks like he's got one of them. I mean, what? Just absolutely perfect speed. The finesse that it takes to touch one of those balls and have his ball end up as point with a wide open left side of the Paulino there. Wide open court on the left side of Paulino.
And it's a good lesson to a lot of people watching out there is that it was probably easier for Todd to make that shot or at least have a chance than to lag it all the way back there.
Miles Russell again for 2.
Bring it back for 2, Miles. What a shot. Jack's bench is fired up.
Miles Russell, 2 clean full court hits that frame.
I take back everything I said about his underhand. There it is. It looks incredible.
He hits that perfectly. I mean, he's got to hit the right side of the ball. And then making a second point. It's a nice little bonus.
We got another lead change, Mike. You think Leo's excited about that last shot?
Leo's not going to be happy with himself. A couple of these opening points have been not super competitive. Pin high. Let's see if Leo can correct. What a great match we've got so far. He fixed his speed, but he didn't fix the line. Or fixed the speed, lost the line. 2-ball advantage for the Stallions. Courtney's going to force him to beat Leo's point.
Yeah, so they're sitting 2 now, but they're at a 3-1 ball disadvantage. I mean, great shot by Courtney. Wide open, in space. But with the ball count here and a world-class pointer like Tim Tillari, you know, I'm not going to question Leo and Courtney's decision. So much easier to call the game from over here.
Well, this has been a very close game the entire way. It's probably, the end of this game is probably going to come down to one big frame. one way or the other for either team. And this is all about mitigating the damage. I expect her to point. She shoots and Paulino goes to that right corner. It could be the game.
She's shooting.
She's shooting. She's got to have the ball clean here.
Left side of the ball here.
That's a...
All right. Now is Tom going to shoot? Shoot and stick around for the game? Oh, they need 4. It's going to be tough to get 4 here, but I imagine a shot happening. And Mike, how about this crowd on a Saturday morning? It's not even noon.
Filling out. It's a beautiful thing, Andy.
And once again, these are RSVP'd guests.
I think Stallions might have third point there. Tom can stick for game. Tom Holloman. Does it again.
Wow.
Does he stick up?
What a shot. What a game.
That's going to be game time. Leo is trying to do the gentlemanly thing and concede the game here. Alex calls 3 points. There's no conceding games
What a
in the
turnaround.
CBL, but
What an incredible turnaround for the Highwood Stallions, who couldn't have had a worse start to this game and got lucky 2-3 frames in a row by giving up 1 or 2 points and had that big 3-point frame to take the lead and closing it out with the casino. Excellent game. Great performances by all. Jacks are going to want that one back, man. That one's going to sting.
a look at your Game 1 stats presented by Bocce Labs. Go to boccelabs.com for more goodies. What do you see here, Andy?
I see Miles Russell showing up. 9 for 10 pointing, 8 for 10 shooting. Green across the board, looking great. And once again, Todd Michael answering with 9 of 11 pointing, 6 of 9 shooting. I know he wants a couple of those back, but all he cares about is the win here. And Tom Holloman missed his first shot, but then hit 4 in a row to close the game out strong, including that stick around for the casino. Actually, that's 2 casinos on his side by sticking that ball around on the third shot. Very impressive game by Tom, and he also pointed 4 for 5. So, 4 for 5, 4 for 5. Great performances by both teams. They're going to love going back to watch that. Maybe not as much the Jacks because of the result, but they should be proud of how they played. And now it's going to be interesting talking about the subs here. Miles, that one kind of got away from the Jacks there. And you think they're going to come back with their starting lineup and try and take this next game?
Well, who knows? Do they try and make a switch on the double side? They gave up 8 points in the last 2 frames, 2 casinos in a row on the double side. And both times they started with Paulino, and Leo just didn't put in a good first ball.
That's exactly what it is. A bad first ball opened the frame up and gave the Stallions the freedom to make those choices and take those risks. And, I mean, nobody in this room is more knowledgeable about the game than Leo Giannotti, and he knows exactly what happened there. And that is very uncharacteristic of him, especially in a game where they had total control, didn't capitalize early, and were grinding it out to the finish. He knows that his team needs those balls to be closer, and they paid the price. Back-to-back casinos is unheard of at this level of play.
I'm going to say no, though. I don't think Leo takes himself out after struggling like that. I think Leo's more likely to take himself out after playing a good game.
I believe you're correct. I wasn't speaking to the substitutions. I'm saying he wants to come back in and right those wrongs of those 2 balls. But it's going to be very interesting to see both teams, how they answer and what lineups they go with. I see Silvani and Thornberry warming up here in the bullpen. I'm sorry, I'm squatting down here to see under our monitor, watching them warm up on court 3 over here.
Well, coming up at the conclusion of this match, We got a second match for you. Elmwood Park Eagles versus the Bucktown Billy Goats. And Mr. Andy Zimmerman hoping to repeat your fantastic performance from week 1. 2 game-winning stick shots. How you feeling going into this week?
You know, I feel very similar to last week, but with a little less pressure. You know, the pressure of last week opening up and having a room full of people and playing our first game. I mean, there was a lot on the line there, and I was fortunate to rise to the occasion. But Mike, I feel like I'm the same player going into every match. I'm pretty unaffected by the world around me, and once I get out on that court, I know what my job is, and I always try my best to do it. And I think at this stage in my career, it's staying out of that funk, you know, avoiding those lulls, avoiding the yips, being consistent. And I know I've got my hands full with one of America's top players, but that's what I've been working towards, so I'm very excited.
Also coming up during the match break, we will be revealing our final rostered player for tomorrow's OBL All-Star game. We had a player who was unable to make it, so you, the fans, got to vote amongst 4 players, the next 4 finishers in the voting, to see who is going to take that spot. And we received 900 votes.
Wow.
898 to be exact.
Show up.
And we will be revealing the winner of that vote in between matches 1 and 2 today.
Exciting. You got any leads?
I think if I say anything, I'm going to spoil it. So.
All right. Keep it cool.
I'm not going to say anything. Folks, the official CBL store is open at ChicagoBocceLeague.com. You can go to the official store tab and click on the Ike's logo to be directed to our very high quality merch store. Shout out to Ike Sports, Lamont, Illinois. Speaking of the OBL, Mr. James Salvaggio in the chat. James, I'll see you tomorrow. Pittsburgh Airport, great airport. For my money, the best airport. Best airport in the country.
Well, I know the best airport in the country is not here, so.
Beautiful new airport. If you get the chance, connect through Pittsburgh. Why not?
You know what, Mike? I'm going to go with Kansas City. Remember that airport last year?
I'm trying to remember it.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, no, but it doesn't compare to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh just completed during the OBL season, they completed the renovation of the airport. And I flew in on Sunday, flew out on Tuesday. It was a completely different airport.
And, you know, Mike, I think is in the last 8 months has been the global leader in trips from Chicago to Pittsburgh / Youngstown, Ohio.
Yeah, gotten real used to that journey. Looks like we got a coin flip, and we're going to send it down to the court for game 2 of this first match. The Jacks will need to win to force a third game. And get your scoreboard updated for you. I tell you what, Andy, I cannot wait. Today is our last day without our producer, John Drawn. I cannot wait for him to come back so I don't have to do all of this.
And guys, if you were here seeing what Mike's actually doing for you at home, you'd be so impressed. There's nobody else in the country that can produce and lead anchor like he is doing right now seamlessly, giving everybody a show to watch. I've got the easy job, my specialty, sitting and talking.
I don't know if I'd call it seamless, but it's nice of you.
And let's hear it, chat. If you're out there, who do you think is going to win this next game? Looks like we got the same starting lineups as the first match. And we know the Jacks are determined to even this match up. But that's no gimme.
Good start for the Stallions. They're going to have 2 balls back.
We just saw a couple awful point shots from Miles, and he's kind of grimacing here. He knows he's way better than that.
He looks confused, frustrated and confused. Last ball of the frame for the Jacks is going to be a peach. This is beautiful ball. Gives Todd a real good chance at moving Paulino. And the Jacks are just praying for a break now. There goes Paulino.
Ooh, that is a pretty unlucky bounce, but we got a wall shot opportunity here for 2 or 3 for Todd. Looking in the chat here, we got Jacks 12-5. Jacks got it. Jacks will not get shut out. I think the Jacks push to game 3, then it's anyone's game.
Straight through the window. He opted not to take the Rondina shot or the wall shot. It's unexpected, you think?
Unexpected, but hard to argue with a hit. And I can argue with anything, Mike.
Well, it's a tough wall shot or Rondina shot for a lefty. Great hit. I assumed it was 2.
So did I.
This might be a challenge from Stallions captain Tom Holloman.
Oh, I think they're measuring for 3. Tom's calling it in. If this is 3.
3 times to start it off, Todd Michael.
Is that Todd's first 3 points of the match?
No. Todd, before that, Todd had 1. Oh, wow. Wait a second. Yeah.
You know, for as good as he's been playing, he didn't score a point that last game.
No, he didn't. I hadn't realized that.
But he held Miles.
Looking back at the frame by frame here, yeah.
And again, that's kind of hold Miles at bay, right? Let your double side do the work as long as you can keep it close. And hey, look, my boss, my buddy, my pal, Alicia Harvey, one of the most improved pointers in the nation. She's got to be really nervous here. Left it short, uncharacteristic. She's become an excellent pointer this last year, practicing every week. We drove up to Highwood every week for almost a year and really saw good results in her game. Not a fully complete player yet, but is doing all the right things to get there. And for all you people watching at home, being great is not easy. Takes time, takes practice, takes dedication. You have to be humble. You have to listen. You have to accept criticism and put in the work. And I can't stress that enough, is that nobody has improved without putting in the work. And Courtney with a nasty chip for 2 here, sneaking around that front blocker, totally turns this frame around. That's a ball you just give it a chance. Send it in there. Hope for the best.
Tom's got to be going Paulino here.
Again?
Still ball advantage for the Stallions. I would imagine again. He's got the left side of Paulino. He's got the right side of that back ball. They could still get a big frame if he's able to take Paulino to that back right corner. Well, as some people out there would say, that's work. He did something. Timmy's got to have a good defensive ball here, and he doesn't.
A little hot from Tim.
It's going to be 2 points right back for the Jacks. Well, how about that? Flipping the script. of last game. Jack scoring on the double side, Stallion scoring on the single side, and that does not feel good for Alicia coming in as a sub, rolling 2 short balls and giving up a couple points.
Yeah, and like I said, she's got to be really nervous. While she's had a great year performing in tournaments and working through those nerves, this is a totally different animal. This room that she works in and the pressure around her, she knows every face in this crowd. You know her family's got to be watching at home. Getting a lot of go Alicia in the chat. Let's hope it was just the first frame jitters, Mike, and she can work through it.
I mean, how about these numbers from Todd?
Unbelievable.
Rolling and shooting both around 75% and still with a minus 11 point differential.
I'm sorry, he's rolling at 85% there, Mike, for this match.
For this match, but season-wise,
yeah.
It's just he's up against Anthony LaBarbera in match 1 and Miles Russell here in match 2.
And, he's been doing his job, though. They are winning matches, and, I'm looking to do the same thing next game. It's, I'm going to be hard-pressed to beat Anthony, but if I can minimize the damage and give my teammates a chance to score more points, I will be happy with that performance. And Todd's doing everything he can here to keep his team in the game.
Well, ball advantage for Todd again.
We got a formation behind the Polino that we call Orion's Belt here. While it might be good in front of the Polino, behind the Polino, that is borderline disaster. And after Miles rolled near perfect in the first game, he's coming out a little shaky here. And I think that's probably why they took a timeout. Get him out of his head, settle him down. I think this is less about a decision and more about giving him room to breathe and reset and roll another good point in there. And we got a question coming in here from Canada. When do the Eagles play? The Eagles are going to be next. So if the Stallions win this game, it'll be half an hour after that. And if the Jacks win this game, we're going to have a whole nother game, and it will be a half hour after that. Nice recovery by Miles here.
20 minutes.
20 minutes. 20 minutes after the end of this match.
I'm not sure if Todd is going ball or Paulino here. Looks like he's going ball, and that's the best possible break in the world.
How about both?
You gotta hit the shots to get the breaks.
Way to sneak it out of there and just leave them. This frame, look at the layout of these balls. This looks insane, Mike. Have you ever seen such a separation of 2 different color balls?
This is a very unique layout. I think he's only sitting 2 right now.
Yeah, I mean, 3 is excellent here. And look at that. Todd putting up 6 points after not scoring in the first game at all. Oh, Jeff's
We're going to have a measure.
All right, they can't decide. They're going to measure. I mean, my gut says green, but now that tape's out, that does not look like 12 feet.
Stallions hoping to close this one out and take sole possession of first place in the North Division. Eagles also will have a chance to put some points up in the standings coming up in match 2 versus the Bucktown Billy Goats.
And Todd doing everything he can to get that plus-minus back into the plus side. Scoring 6 points here in 2 frames.
This is a big ball from Tim Tillari. Set the tone of the frame, put some pressure on, especially with the Jacks having a sub in the game. As a reminder, in the CBL, you can only sub in between frames. You cannot sub during a frame. So if you can force Alicia to shoot as the Jacks, you're going to feel pretty good about that. Or I'm sorry, as the Stallions, rather. And this game is quickly slipping away from the Jacks.
Let's see if Alicia can put a big ball in. This place is going to erupt if this ball sneaks in. Maybe it'll erupt even if it doesn't. A little strong here from Alicia. And, you know, we kind of saw the nerves with Lilia last week when she got in the second game.
How could you not feel nerves? This is such, we've talked about it a bunch before, this is such a new thing in bocce. The idea of having a bench, having subs. First of all, you know, the environment aside, the audience aside, all of that aside, it's just such a new team dynamic coming in off the bench. You're coming in cold. These other players have played a game. Well, at the time when she came in, they'd played a full game. It's a chance for her to prove herself as a less experienced player. You know, somebody like Miles or Leo or Courtney, I hesitate to say that they can afford to make some mistakes, but they really can. They know that they're going to be in the lineup regardless. Beautiful ball from Tim Tillari. Makes a little bit less room, actually, for Tom Holloman, but Tom's got a couple balls to land on now. But Alicia is a less experienced player. She has to prove herself.
Yeah, and the Stallions are showing no mercy here. You know, leaving their starters in. They're hungry for this. Tom just drops in what looks like 3. It's two at least. All right, looks like we have 143 people here watching live, and every single one of you make sure and click that like button. If you don't know what that means, it's a thumbs up on your screen, and it helps us bring this game to where we want it to be.
Devices. 150 devices.
150 devices.
Big difference. Shout out to the watch parties out in Elmwood Park, Union Tap, up in Highwood. That's at least 2. Alex calls 3 times.
All right, and this game's getting out of hand here, but we got Lilia and Aaron Brown from the Beverly Jacks in the bullpen warming up.
I tell you what, Andy, we could be in trouble from a broadcast perspective. If this game ends this frame, there's a rule in the CBL that match 2 starts no earlier than 1 p.m., and it's 11:59 right now. This could be a learning experience from the league side.
To that, I reply, go Jacks.
Well, we'll figure something out. We'll make some adjustments. We'll see if the teams are here.
There we go. Welcome back, Miles Russell. Great ball. We got a watch party in Southern Illinois. Thank you for tuning in.
Ball advantage still for Miles. Has yet to win a frame this game. We've only had 4 frames this game and 11 points.
Unbelievable.
Opening here for Todd. He can put this ball in a tough spot for Miles to deal with. And he does. It's going to be nicely hidden behind his front ball. Is he looking at Paulino? I think he is. This could be game if you, well, depending on if Todd can see. Todd might be able to see that back ball. Huge shot, Miles Russell. Got it. Ooh. And a fortunate bounce that almost got caught up in no man's land.
That was almost a very unfortunate bounce that just caught the inside of that ball and kicked back. If that hits the front of that ball, he's in big trouble. Great shot by Miles.
That's a huge shot.
That's a thin window to sneak that Polino out of there. Oh, no.
Oh, big frame for the Jacks.
Back on track here. First points of the game for Miles. Puts up a big three after another excellent Polino shot to the back.
We've played 5 frames. We've had 4 3-point frames.
So surprising with the level of talent on these two teams. And come on, Harvey, let's go. Let's get a good ball here, Alicia.
We almost saw similar. We were close to seeing similar frames in the first game. Both teams 3 balls back multiple times and not capitalizing until the end of the game when the Stallions put up 2 4 spots in the last 3 frames.
All right, actually, this is a good ball from Alicia. Let's go.
The last 3 frames last game, the Stallions essentially won the last game in 3 frames on the double side. They got a 3, and then a 4, and then another 4 to close it out.
Wow. Look at this. Harvey's holding point. Good fix by Tim.
Yeah, a lot of Paulino here for Courtney. This ball could go clean, especially Courtney puts a little bit of a hop on her ball. Gives her a better chance at skipping over the side of the front ball rather than hitting it.
What a shot.
How about clean? How about directly through that, what is that, 6-inch gap she's got there, 8-inch gap from that angle?
No fear. Expert marksmanship. Courtney's been hitting the ball dead center every time. Just a real treat to watch.
And how about Tom Holloman's ability to roll as the first shooter? Tom is 6 for 7, now 7 for 8 rolling in this match as the first shooter. He's taken 7 shots and he's rolled 7 times. He's just back and forth, back and forth. Tom is 7 for 8 shooting now, and 5 for 7 shooting, 7 for 8 rolling.
Well, that is fantastic. You heard this room erupt. Alicia Harvey, second good ball in a row, chipping in for 2, forcing Holloman to roll and giving them the hammer. Nice ball, Alicia. Welcome to the Chicago Bocce League.
Don't look now, Andy. The Beverly Jacks are going to score again.
You know, maybe I think I just saw Vince Petrosino, one of the owners of the Beverly Jacks, walk in. I wonder if the team saw him and thought, hey, man, we better pick it up this game.
Front office in the building, shout out.
And, you know, the Beverly Jacks have an ownership group out of Beverly, and they started in the Beverly Bocce Club in 2018, and I was looking all over the city to try and find this club. Turns out it's in Nick Lamalio's backyard, and just a little after COVID, they built that court, and the neighborhood turned out, and before you knew it, they were hosting leagues and cash games back there with their buddies, turned that garage into a man cave, and It's a legit bocce club. They got shirts, they got hats. Now they own a semi-professional bocce team.
Great court, great garage. Beautiful home. Shout out the Lamalios. Todd Michael. And he's going to hang up for the point. And if you can do that a couple more times, it's going to be really tough. Paulino's about 2/3 of the way down the court. And Miles is going to put this one in a spot where it's pretty likely to move Paulino.
Good to see.
Probably less than 50%, but especially with it situated on the close to the sidewall. Could easily ricochet on Paulino, or that could happen. And this game,
It's like the opposite of the first game.
it was 9-2.
Good to see Miles settling down here. Rough start after rolling near perfect in the first game, and a couple iffy frames to start, and it's really settled down, putting the pressure on Todd now.
He's going to have 2 balls back.
Folks, we got a ball game.
Jacks need to win to force a game 3. This ball's short.
I see Zoe Star 90 in the chat says, "Come on, Jacks, everyone loves an underdog story," and I'd be hard-pressed to call 3 gold medal winners underdogs.
Does Miles take a
I think
a shot at Paulino?
I think he's going Paulino here. He's 2 for 2 on Paulino shots.
He could score 4. Oh, he's got to miss on that left side.
Thin window.
That's a really good miss. If you're going to miss anywhere, he's shooting the left side of Paulino. He missed that by a fraction of an inch. Well, he's only going to get 1 here, but
And I wonder if he's frustrated about threading the needle there on that last shot. Wasn't a terrible last ball, and you want to be safe there. You don't want to go into the wall and sell that point out after all this momentum that they've built. And it's a 1-point game. Let's see if Alicia Harvey can handle this pressure. While I am an unbiased reporter here, I'm really rooting for our girl. She approves to Paulino.
deep.
Big breath.
It's a good ball. About 3.5 feet, it looks like. Timmy's ball looks like it's going to be a little bit better. Alex calls it in. Alicia's. Do you expect her to use the rondina here?
No,
Give herself a chance to touch.
I think we're just going right at it. She's not a big wall player. She's really got a precise touch when she's locked in.
This ball's short. Jacks will just cover up here. They've fought their way back into this game. No need to get too aggressive at this point. You hate to fight all the way back. 6 straight points for the Jacks from 9-2 to 9-8 now. The last thing you want to do is give up a big frame, especially with the Stallions within striking distance of closing the game out. Tom Holloman. Oh boy.
Just outside. Ooh, and got lucky with the
back up, Andy? No.
chip back in. Got the crowd going. Good shot by Tom. Just a little too outside. Got unlucky chipping his ball out there. But like we said Thursday, right? Hit the wrong side of the ball.
2 points sitting there for the Jacks. Ball number 3 for the Stallions. This ball's good if it gets up enough, and it's not going to. Jacks are going to have the last ball of the frame. What a ball from Courtney Strickland to force Highwood to use the rest of theirs.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a chip shot here, like a lag into your own point, but Tom goes from the outside, never comes in. I kind of like going up the pipe here because then you could chip off your own ball, even if you nick that a little bit.
The ball might be in.
Hey, if it's in. If it's in, it's in.
If it's in, do we...
I like a shot here for 2, right?
Oh, I don't think it's 2 if they shoot it. That's the question. Alex is going to give us a count. First point, second point. Can the Jacks shoot for 2 and the lead?
In a row.
No, they can't. They could point to touch their own ball for 2. They could shoot for 1. Courtney has, I mean, she just rolled a beautiful ball in this spot. She'll try and replicate it. This ball's got a shot. Is she going to make 2? One time.
Is that one? All right. He had his hand right up against that white pole and his fingers disappeared. I couldn't see if that was 1 or 2 till he moved. Great ball by Courtney.
Tie ball game.
What more could you ask for on a Saturday morning?
Pistachio latte.
It's a big ask, Mike.
It is, especially in, where was I? Kansas City? I don't remember. Well, a shout out to the folks watching and playing at the Troy ICC, Troy, New York, the gem on the Hudson River. Hi, Dad. Good morning. Or afternoon, whatever it is. The Troy ICC.
We're playing a 3, guys.
Miles has got the right side of Paulino. I'm very surprised that he shot that ball, Sotomano. He's going to hang up for point, thankfully, otherwise Todd would have a 2-ball advantage. Miles shooting that one, Sotomano going for the stick, so his target is all the point ball there, but his first ball... First ball, I mean, Todd's just going to beat it again. Todd rolled kind of a stinker here. I mean, I wonder if that's kind of a defensive play for Miles there, just counting on maybe shooting a few times and surrendering 1 point with that bad first ball, at least keeping his team in the game. But the tables have turned a little bit. Still ball advantage for the Stallions.
That's a
and Miles is going to get a great break here on the backboard.
That is the 3rd time Todd's hit a nice shot like that and taken the Paulino where it was not touching the ball. It was behind. And, you know, well, we can say he did hit the wrong side of the ball there. To do that 3 times in a match is unfortunate. It's got to touch something.
Does he have Paulino? Beverly Jacks, 1 point sitting there. Does Miles take a shot at the left side of this Stallions ball for the game? I think he does, Andy.
I think the way that this game has gone, Mike, you got to roll the dice here because, you know, what is 2 going to get you sending it back to Todd and Tim?
This is going to be a hugely consequential shot for Miles Russell.
Their idea right now is let's not give Tom and Tim a chance to roll again. Let's walk the game off. Let's end it right here. Leo took a timeout. I believe that's what he's thinking, but I am completely underqualified to know what's going on in that man's head.
Miles
regarding
Russell,
Bocce.
plus 18 through 4 games.
Unbelievable.
For the win, to complete the comeback, he needs the left side of the ball, and that ball looked like it just stuck in his hand. Missed that by quite a bit.
Yeah, very high. I wonder if he's trying to get it bouncing so he kind of tops their ball and chips it out of there without affecting the play. I would just go right at it. I would just smash it.
That's a scary shot, Andy. Fairly low risk. The most he's going to give up there is 1, and he would have to get a pretty improbable break to give up 1.
And there's no bigger fan favorite in the entire league than this young lady rolling the ball right now, Alicia Harvey. How about another good one? It doesn't matter how close that ball is, Mike. The second it eclipsed the Polino, the place went nuts.
I'm not sure what the hesitance here is from the Stallions. They're going to point on this ball? It's like 16, maybe 18 inches. Big target. This is what I expected to see. Did see Tom Hallman skip a ball out of the court in a similar situation. This is much further removed from the wall, though. It misses on the wrong side of the ball. A miss there. Has to be on the left side. Give yourself a chance at hitting Paulino. And the Stallions faltering big time. They were up 9-2.
What a ball by Tim. What a clutch point by Tim. Down a ball in the frame. Everything's on the line.
That very well could save the game.
Well, if only they didn't have Annie Oakley down here. Ooh, wide left.
Couple of bad misses the last couple frames for the Jacks. The Jacks, though, have won 5 frames in a row.
Feels like it. Oh, and we're pointing on this ball, huh? Even 2-2 with a 10-9 lead. We got Harvey pointing on this ball. Look at that ball. What a great cover. That's probably going to score bad ball in the stats, but I think that if she's my teammate, I think that's a great ball. Way to settle down, Alicia. Now we got an outside chance for Stallions to put 2 hero balls in here and walk this game off. Looks like they got about 18 inches. You do not want to bump that front ball. You got to pay attention to how this court draws the ball from left to right. Oh, he's going off the wall. He's going Highwood style here. He's going club ball. Got a lot of room on the right. He left it short.
It's way short. I'm surprised. Why that line? Super confusing to me.
Super confusing. I mean, there's being safe is one thing, but that was almost cowardly. All right, 10-10. We got 1 frame left. We got 2 frames left. Do we have 3 frames left? Stick around. Or as our friend Danny Catula might say, stick around.
Shout out Danny Catullo, everybody out at the Tokelana Club. They got a couple of bocce tournaments going on today. We appreciate you choosing to watch the CBL. If you're not subscribed to the BBN, please subscribe. Hit that like button for us if you haven't done so yet today. We appreciate it. We will be live every Thursday at 6:30 Central and every Saturday at 10:30 Central, 10:30 a.m. Central for the rest of the CBL season all the way through mid-April. And starting up next week, Andy, it's already back, the Ohio Bocce League.
No way.
Big shot here from Todd Michael. Clean this time. He talked about he's comboed on Paulino a few times that time.
Yeah, and he's got one in the back here, so that's going to make Miles think twice about taking the Paulino to the backboard. What if we go 3 more frames? I got 3 frames in me. Nice ball by Miles. Sneaky, covering up that point, taking a shot away from Todd. He's got a point now. Wow. We're watching a show here, guys.
Incredible. 2-1 for the Jacks. Can Miles force Todd to use his last ball? And if Todd can't put in a good one, Miles could have a chance to win the game. That's a huge miss. Now Todd could have a chance to win the game.
All right.
Another timeout. Smart timeout here from the Jacks. I mean, shooting makes a lot of sense. He just shot his last ball. It's not the easiest to reset and roll a great point. Even if he points and beats the ball, if he gives Todd a double target on Paulino, Todd can hit Paulino to the back corner for the win. There's a lot of ways that Todd could win this game. Miles is in a very tough position. He's going to point. He wants to put his ball right on the inside, on the right side of Todd's ball. That is not where this ball is going to end up. It's going to cover the line a little bit.
Are we doing
if Todd wants to use the Rondina, but he has not used that line yet. He's gone straight at it every time. Todd Michael for the win. This ball looks decent, Andy. Is he going to sneak in there?
What a game.
Incredible pointing. Todd Michael.
Guys, we have our first sweep. We have our first 2-game series in the history of the Chicago Bocce League.
The Stallions put up 3 points in the standings. They will take sole possession of first place in the North Division.
Wow. You know, after the draft, we sat around and talked about these teams endlessly, and Alex and I agreed that despite all the talent, despite all the accolades, despite the unknown names, we've been at Highwood around these guys as much as anybody, and we thought they were the league favorite because of their team unity, because of their connection to the community, and their unwavering excellence on the court. Todd, Tim, and Tom, especially their starters who played the complete series. They played both games with no substitutions. They do have a very solid bench, but when you're looking for big plays, or as Danny Cachula would say, big-time plays from big-time players, you got to go with what you know, and they are out there proving it. They got our first match sweep in the history of the Chicago Bocce League, and impressive throughout.
Is that a lesson, you think, in strategic substitutions? Do you think at this point in the season the Jacks, well, actually, we asked Leo about this after last week's match. We said, what takes priority here, winning or getting your players in the game? He said winning is going to take precedence every time. And in that situation, although they were able to mount a great 5-frame streak comeback, in the end, a couple balls one way or the other are going to prove to be the difference in that match.
In 5 games, the Beverly Jacks have made 2 substitutions, and in 5 games, I don't believe the Highwood Stallions have made a substitution yet.
We're going to get a word from one of the Stallions in just a minute here.
And I was going to rush out on you, Mike, but it is 12:25. We cannot start a game before 1 o'clock. So I would love to hang around for this interview if you'll have me.
I would love nothing more. Coming up in 34 minutes, the Elmwood Park Eagles versus the Bucktown Billy Goats. We'll see if the teams are here early enough. We'll see if we can get started a few minutes before 1 o'clock. But first, joining us in the booth, Mr. Tom Holloman. How you doing, Tom?
Hey, good. That was a 2 victory out of 2, so we're really happy with that. That's obviously what we were going for. So.
First sweep in the history of the CBL. Another trivia answer for you fanatics.
Yeah, Stallions once again being first in the league in the CBL. Yes.
Once again, talk to us about was there any point in that match that you considered making a substitution?
Absolutely. We've talked with our team about substitutions and what our plan is for the season. Todd is out weeks 5, 6, and 7. I'm out weeks 6 and 7. So we know we're getting our subs playing time towards the end of the season. So right now we're trying to put ourselves in a great position for hopefully winning the North Division, hopefully being number 1 seed, and setting those guys up for success to really take us home at the end of the season. So that's the plan for us. Lots of questions, still considering inserting people in. If we hadn't given away some of those points that second game, might have been a very good possibility for us to do that. So that's the plan.
That first game was something. 2 4 spots in the last 3 frames for you guys was on the double side for you and Tim. 3 points, 4 points, 4 points. How are you feeling? We're about halfway into that game. Both teams had a few frames with 3 balls back, unable to capitalize. Are you kind of just waiting for the dam to break?
Yeah, look, you take it frame by frame, right? So I don't know that we're looking ahead like that. It's just literally ball by ball, frame by frame. There's no strategic view of that game like that. It's really just we know what we can do. We know what we're good at. So just keep playing that ball by ball.
How long have you been playing bocce, Tom?
Oh, probably 25 years since somebody showed me the courts of Highwood. I think Andy was around pretty close to back then.
Not quite, Tom.
Not quite. But, okay.
I was around, but not around Highwood Bocce Club.
What is it like playing in this environment that we have here for the CBL?
I really love it. The facility is amazing. The courts roll so true. Obviously, it's an adjustment from a speed perspective, but as bocce players, as you know, right, we all expect that from court to court. And look, I just think everyone's excited by not just the new club, but the CBL season, the elevation of the sport that we're trying to accomplish here together. And that just brings a level of enthusiasm and excitement that I don't think we have in our standard league games, right? So I'm just so jacked and so grateful for all the people that helped make this happen. You two included, and of course all the folks at ABC and Alex and Alicia and Bridget, and I'm sure I'm forgetting a lot.
Yeah. And Tom, what a showcase for Highwood Bocce Club here. I think you, Tim, and Todd, we know you're great friends. We know you're great players. Alex and I have had several battles against you. But I think nationally, you guys don't travel nearly as much as the rest of us do, where I think all the other teams have a lot more familiar players, at least facial recognition and, hanging out, whether it's late night at the bars after getting knocked out of an Ohio tournament or whatever it is. But what does that mean to you, putting, Highwood, not putting Highwood on the map, but you specifically, you and Tim and Todd and your roster, people that are generally unrecognized by the nation, but to come out and put on such a show against known names 2 weeks in a row, what does that mean to you and your community?
Yeah, let me talk about the Highwood piece first, right? As you guys know, right, so many of the players here are members at Highwood, and so much of their skills have come from not just ABC and Log Cabin and all those things, but Highwood as well. So we really consider this to be supported by Highwood and really a next step from Highwood. But for Todd, Timmy, and me, yeah, you're right. We don't travel a ton. We think we're pretty phenomenal players, and we're anxious to get some more visibility. I don't know how much more we'll be traveling around the country for tournaments, but this gives us a good chance to get a little exposure and show what we can do.
We're just happy that you know what the hike is like coming from Highwood
Yeah, right.
to our
reverse,
neighborhood.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah, because we've been doing this for years, and now we're getting you guys to
Now
come
it's
down
back
here.
on me.
Yeah. So,
for sure.
and you guys are performing really well.
Thanks.
Well,
Appreciate
congratulations, Tom, on the first ever CBL match sweep and taking sole possession by a couple points now in the first place in the North Division. We'll let you go enjoy it with your. I saw Michelle out there somewhere, and the rest of the fans you got here. But first, we got a couple Hollemans in the chat. You want to say hello to your sons?
Hey, what we got? We got Ethan, we got Matt and Garrett. All my boys are out there.
Big fans.
Yeah,
Met them all in New Orleans, a tournament you did travel to, and guess what? Won.
Yeah.
You remember that one, Mike?
Along with Tim. Was Todd on that team?
Todd was not, but Timmy and Paulie and Gordon were all on that team.
Yeah, Mike, you remember that championship?
I do remember that championship.
Awesome.
right.
Well, thank you, guys.
Thank you, Tom. Congratulations.
Awesome. Great job. You look great out there, Tom.
Thank you.
Your starters for the upcoming match, Elmwood Park Eagles versus the Bucktown Billy Goats. We have on the single side, my guy right here, Mr. Zimmerman. One of, how many, 4 Andy Zimmermans that we know of in Chicago?
There are 3, and Andy Zimmerman, too, claims to know another. So I haven't met the 4th, but one is a celebrity chef. I am me, and then we just had another Andy Zimmerman join the club.
He will be facing off against one of the top players on this continent, Mr. Anthony La Barbera, looking to get their first, both teams, or no, I'm sorry. Elmwood Park, Bucktown won last week. Elmwood Park looking for their first match victory of the season of franchise history. Bucktown looking to repeat, hoping for a sweep. Last week was real tight against the Fulton Market Butchers, 12-11, 12-10, and then 12-11 again. Even, they won the first match, but even point differential so far, and pretty close to even in that match loss for the Elmwood Park Eagles.
It looks like my team is heading out to the court. It's been an absolute pleasure, Mike, but as the graphic shows, I'm about to play a match, and I would love to get some warm-ups.
Great. Go ahead, warm up, and we'll see you out on the court. Good luck.
Until I'm back, take it easy.
Yeah, you take it easy. Starting for the first time in his career on the double side for the Elmwood Park Eagles, we've got Franco DeLuca. It'll be very nice to see him out on the court. A new face to much of our audience, I'm sure. He'll be joined again on the double side in the shooting position by Julian Batula. And for the Billy Goats, same lineup, same starting lineup as last week. Billy Strippick shooting, Alex Guerra pointing. Let's take a look at how week 1 went for your Elmwood Park Eagles, and then we'll get into our all-star announcement for the Ohio Bocce League. We'll be announcing the winner of our South Division final roster spot all-star vote. 898 votes, and we have a winner for you coming up after a look back at week 1 for the Eagles.
Welcome to your week 1 recap of the Chicago Bocce League, Chicago's first semi-pro bocce league. I'm Milan Tomic. Let's take you right to the action. For all you sports trivia nerds out there, who rolled the first ball ever? That would be Anthony La Barbera of the Elmwood Park Eagles. Pretty good, this guy. Stallions riding away with game 1. A lot of it due to the excellent long court pointing. Just on top. Eagles mount a late game comeback, and they have a chance to keep themselves in the game here. But this one's gonna roll just past. Probably gonna want that one back. And there you have it. Game 1 down in the history books. Stallions beat the Eagles 12-9. But all are best of 3 series. And game 2, mid-game substitution. Eagles stick one around to tie the game at 5-5, and that's going to prove the difference. As Stallions had a chance to get back into this one. But on the last ball of the game, Eagles seal the match, full of beauty on there. Take it 12-7. Final game of the series. Anthony LaBarbera throws a prayer ball out there, resets the frame, keeping the Eagles alive, but it wouldn't prove enough. And Stallions go down in the history books as the first ones ever to win the first match for the Chicago Bocce League. First round of stats for you. These will get better as time goes on. All these available at boccelabs.com. Thanks for tuning in to your Week 1 recap. I'm Alon Tomic.
Thank you, Milan. I'm going to have Jesse Morris joining me in the booth shortly here. I'll say good luck to all my friends playing out in Rome today at the Tocolana Club, especially to my Empire Cup teammates, Marco Signorelli, Danny Catullo. Danny Catullo newly joining the Echo Bocce two-time repeat champion squad. Hoping a three-peat here in 2026. The Empire Cup, for those of you who are not familiar, is a series of tournaments across the state of New York. We're looking at expanding into neighboring regions, but it's open to players from all over the Northeast. Well, it's open to players from wherever, but all the events for now are in New York. The intention was to highlight New York tournaments and provide a structured environment for teams to compete in throughout the course of the season. It has been a great success the first couple of seasons. We had 17 teams last season. We are changing things up a little bit, expanding rosters in 2026 to allow up to 8 players. The way that it works is you compete in teams compete in tournaments over the course of the year, and they earn points towards playoff standings. And then at the end of the season, we have a one-day playoff event at the Tocolana Club, home of the World Series in Rome, New York. And it's structured similar to most sports playoffs, like baseball, best 2 out of 3. Each round is 2 out of 3. Last year, 16 of the 17 teams qualified for playoffs. The 9 through 16 seeds played best of 3 series in the first round. Then the winners of that play the 5 through 8 seeds, and then the winners there play the 1 through 4 seeds. And as it turned out, third place, the 3 seed, Echo Bocce, our team, won again. But I didn't bring that up just so I could say that I won twice. I brought it up because registration is now open. The first event of the year will be the first week of May at the Troy ICC. Shout out to everybody watching back there in the 518. That'll be, I don't think details are out yet on format and all that stuff, but you will be able to register for the Empire Cup up until the first event. So if you want to consider joining, or you want more information on that, you can go to boccebroadcast.network and go to the Empire Cup page. You can also find the Empire Cup on Facebook and reach out if you want more details. We'd love to have more teams. With the roster expansion, we have more players, but we have had some teams combine forces. So I believe right now we're sitting at 15 teams for 2026. And the way that it works, just to briefly explain it, is teams have rosters of 8. Tournaments can be, most of the tournaments are doubles tournaments. So theoretically, if there were enough space for teams, Empire Cup teams could put in up to 4 squads in a doubles tournament. That's not realistically how it works out because we don't have space to have, what does that work out to, 60 teams in most tournaments. Thankfully we do in Seneca But so there's doubles tournaments. I believe we're going to have a triples event in Troy, and then there's 4-person tournaments. 4-person tournaments, you could theoretically have 2 squads. So you get each squad that plays a tournament that represents your team gets points based on how many wins they have, based on how they place, and that all goes towards the standings. And then at the end of the year, it's the top 12 results that count towards the playoff seeding. There's money for the winners. There's money for the regular season, and then there's money prizes for the playoff champions. So that's the Empire Cup. Thankfully, I don't have to filibuster a full hour. Shout out to the Beverly Jacks making a comeback in that match, tightening things up. But we have both teams on the court. Both starting lineups are on the court, so we'll see if we can get this one started a little bit before 1 o'clock. But yeah, we appreciate you folks sticking with us and tuning in. Still holding strong, over 100 devices. I appreciate it. Guelph, Ontario. Club Rossi. Shout out. Guelph, still always going to be one of my favorite words to say. Excited to see DeLuca? Me too, Nick. I want to give a shout out to Union Tap in Elmwood Park. Anybody watch party there for every Elmwood Park Eagles match? You can go visit Union Tap to join the other Eagles fanatics. During our second match here, we are going to have a special segment. Again, courtside with Carm. And I promised you the OBL All-Star voting results. I guess you could have them now. Your final rostered player for the South Division, Mike Nardone, with 427 votes over the course of the last few days. Mike Nardone edges out Nick Ottaviani by 80 votes. And he will be joining 2 of his Mahoning Valley Hitmen teammates, James Salvaggio and Nick Capogreco, on the South Division All-Star team. That'll be tomorrow, live on BBN. I'll be flying out to Youngstown, Ohio. The broadcast will start at 3 p.m. with the OBL Futures game, future superstars of the Ohio Bocce League under the age of 18, followed by a pointing and shooting competition. And then the first ever OBL All-Star game. That'll be a game to 14, win by 2. Congratulations, Mike Nardone. And congratulations to our other All-Stars. Notably, on the rosters there, Robert Stewie Stewart and James MVP Salvaggio switching sides, switching divisions for this All-Star game after they were traded 1-for-1. Franchise player for the Mahoning Valley Hitmen, Robert Stewart, traded for league MVP James Salvaggio. It'll be very interesting to see that first matchup of the Cleveland Hellhounds versus the Mahoning Valley Hitmen this season. Is there a meaning for? We're not gonna start explaining all my tattoos on air. Couple bench players for the Billy Goats warming up over on court 2. Keith Young, Milan Tomic. I was looking at this. I was looking at the graphics yesterday. I believe the Billy Goats are the tallest team. Although some of their heights were a little inflated in the graphics that I saw, but let it slide. Running over to join me in the booth, Mrs. Jessie Morris. We're going to see if the players are willing to. We got 14 minutes until we're scheduled to begin the match. Let's see if they would maybe start a couple minutes early. We need like caution tape over here or something. The amount of people that come and stand 5 feet away from me and just stare at me while I'm trying to. It's fine. It's great. Wonderful crowd here at the CBC. It's filled out nicely. Looks like we probably got about 100 people between both rooms here now. Hoping to see some better crowds at Lorenzino's for the OBL this season. We've got some ways that we are addressing that. Well, Jessie was going to join me, but she got caught in the booth. Got a couple new things scheduled for the broadcast for match 2. We're going to do some CBL trivia. And we've got a Montucky fan cam. Unfortunately, the camera is not yet. It's not yet hooked up correctly. The IP, we have to do a bunch of technical stuff, but we're going to be working that into the broadcast. Eventually, these bleachers that you see at the end of the court will be moved over to the Montucky fan section in front of that beautiful mural that Mark Z in Mexico painted. And that'll start to get featured a lot more. It's the first baby steps. Week 2 here. Season 1, week 2. We got a long ways to go. We've come a long ways. This is a beautiful environment here at the CBC. And we've still got a long ways to go. So it's going to really be something special once we get it to where we want it to be. Well, Jessie is done with, yes. Is that your best friend over there?
Huh?
Nothing. We'll wait.
Sorry. I couldn't get the thing down.
I could help you out and put a graphic on the screen so we don't make you do that on camera, but I won't.
Yeah, that could have been. It would have been nice, but that's fine. I'm fine with it.
I was just talking about how people just come. They'll stand 4 feet from us and just stare at us. Like, what are you?
Someone was just doing that, and they goes, "Is he online?" Yep, he is online.
Yeah, what do you think?
He is online.
It's the best when they'll stand here and they'll like wave, and I'll ignore them, clearly ignoring them talking into a camera, and they'll like keep waving, and I'm like, what? And they're like, are you on air? Are you live? And I'm like, what do you think I'm doing here?
Yeah. A lot of awareness out here.
So, first match sweep of CBL history.
Yeah.
How's it feel?
Feels good. Feels good. Team's playing well.
You look good out there.
Thank you so much. I'm doing a lot of work supporting the team, and it's fun.
I'm curious, when you're sitting on the bench, so you guys were away that game. Mm-hmm. You're sitting on the bench on the away side over there. You have one of our jumbotrons across the court from you.
Yes.
How much time are you spending looking at that versus watching the play on the court?
I would say 30%. Maybe that's probably too much. 25% of the time looking up there, because
That's a lot.
I can't see. Like, there's a lot you can't see. A lot of angles you can't see. Mm-hmm. So I think I'm also watching. I can't watch every ball roll in, and I'm watching some of these lines that I haven't thrown yet, or I'm just kind of learning what the court does in that spot, and so it's an easier thing to see from above or even from straight on than from the side. Like, I'm just trying to learn the court with every ball that everybody throws. So it definitely helps to see it more straight on.
Sure.
Yeah. Yep.
Frank DeLuca out there practicing for the Elmwood Park Eagles.
I'm excited. Frank is, I mean, I'm sure you guys have already talked about it, but maybe the nicest man I've ever spoken to in real life. He always, the biggest smile, always ready for a hug. Makes a point to get to know, or to at least know everybody when they're up at Highwood. I asked him, I said, "Are you ready?" He goes, "I'm always ready." And I said, "Fantastic." He goes, "I can roll a ball all day." I said, "Okay, I can't wait to see it. I am looking forward to it."
Frank will be starting alongside Julian Batula on the double side for the Elmwood Park Eagles. Shout out Elmwood Park. And of course, Mr. La Barbera, Mr. America on the singles side. And for your Bucktown Billy Goats, same lineup that won the match against the Butchers last week. Got some. You want to read us some fun facts about Bucktown, Jesse?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Let's take a look at Bucktown on our CBL Universe map.
I'm just looking first, but Bucktown is home to some of Chicago's best restaurants, shops, and nightlife, including our buddies at Royal Palms Shuffleboard Club.
How about, more importantly,
Okay.
the Curse of the Billy Goat?
Oh, I can do that one. Well, that's not, I don't know, that wasn't Bucktown specific, but I'll do it. Chicagoans know the Curse of the Billy Goat. The Billy Goat signifies a famous 71-year curse on the Chicago Cubs, originating when Taverner Billy, are we saying that? Cyanus, Billy Goat Tavern, was ejected from Wrigley Field for his pet goat's odor during the 1945 World Series. Cyanus proclaimed the team would never win again, a hex that lasted until the team's 2016 World Series victory.
Yeah, so I've heard questions when I've traveled about a lot of the team names, but Billy Goats specifically, that's the history of the Billy Goats. A well-known hex, kind of like the Curse of the Bambino for the Red Sox.
Yes.
It's the Chicago version.
Yeah, precisely. I didn't know this, that Bucktown, the neighborhood, gets its name from the high volume of goats kept by Eastern European immigrants in the mid-1800s, because male goats are called bucks. And then Wicker Park, which is right next door to Bucktown, got its name from the high volume of wicker fences built to keep the goats from roaming. That's wild. I didn't know that.
You know what? Notably missing here at the CBC. Where's that inflatable goat?
They must have kept him at home today, behind those Wicker Park fences.
Billy Goat's franchise player and captain, player, manager, both working the first match. So
yeah,
they do it all around here.
They sure do.
Well, we got 6 more minutes until match 2 starts.
This will be a good game.
This should be
I'm excited.
a very good game. Billy Goats are going to feel like the home team.
They sure will.
They essentially are.
I think they are, yeah.
Peyton Bach holding the house to officiate match number 2.
You love to see it. She's a great ref.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was very Jeffrey, the referee of you. That,
Right.
oh, yeah.
Sure.
Sure. Yeah, she's a great ref. She makes clear, confident calls. She's great. Lucky to have her.
Well, Jesse,
Yes, Michael?
that's all I got.
That's all you got? Anything you're hoping to see out of this game?
Well, we just saw our first ever match sweep.
Yep.
Do you think we'll see another one? I don't.
I don't either. I do think we're going to go to 3 games here.
I think we're going to see more substituting in this match.
I think so too.
I think we're going to see these teams a little more willing to play around with their lineups.
Yeah, for sure.
Does one team have a stronger bench than the other? Not really. On the bench for the Elmwood Park Eagles, we got Anthony Martocci, Donko Dickey, and Robert Bertoncini. And then on the bench for the Bucktown Billy Goats, Milan Tomic, Keith Young, Mario Dato.
I think pretty evenly lined up there for sure. I think we will see subs. I think we will see kind of switching up who's rolling with who. It's a good time to find who works well with who's rolling well with who. Do we know, have we talked about how playoffs work at the end of the season?
Sure. Playoffs, top 2 seeds overall, not just the winners of each division. Top 2 seeds overall earn a bye in the playoffs, first round of the playoffs. So the 3 seed will play the 6 seed, the 4 seed will play the 5 seed. These are overall seeds based on, of course, standings points, and then tiebreakers are head-to-head. I won't get into tiebreakers are normal bocce tiebreakers, except they're actually well-defined and they make sense as opposed to some tournaments. We got the Strippick family in the house.
We got Big Bill here. Just
Ryan.
I mean, just Ryan. I mean, it's still great to see Ryan here. Just thought maybe we see Big Bill today. Big Bill Strippick.
We're going to have some trivia for you during this match. We're going to have courtside with Carm during game 2. And I said it earlier, again, I cannot wait for John Drawn, our producer, to come back from London, because I can't.
It's a tough mental toll to be doing the buttons and the talking. Yeah.
It's all right.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
I'm not a morning person either. I got to wake up at 8 a.m. for Big Ick. Is that what we're calling him?
Who?
I can get down with that. Ryan Strippick.
Oh. Or is that? No, I think that's referring to Big Bill.
Oh, sure, true. Shout out Sean Crone.
Oh, is that Sean?
Paul Lino is Sean Crone.
For sure. All right.
Okay, we're going to get started shortly. We've got 1 minute. We'll have a coin flip, and then match 2 starts. Elmwood Park Eagles versus the Bucktown Billy Goats. I'm going to send it down to the court and get our scoreboard situated. Bench. Anthony. Well, congratulations again to Mike Nardone making the Season 1 All-Star team. Look forward to seeing him compete out on those courts at Lorenzino's tomorrow. Broadcast, as I mentioned earlier, starts at 3 p.m. Eastern, right here on the BBN. If you're not subscribed, what else? What do I have to do?
At this point, what are we doing? Gotta like, subscribe, hit that thumbs up. Eagles hoping to get their first match win today. Billy Goats trying to get their second. Everyone trying to do it in 2. Get those playoff points.
Look at your standings coming into this match. Of course, we have not accounted for match 1 of the day with these standings. The Highwood Stallions now have 5 points.
Let's hear it for the Stallions.
They take a 2-point lead in the North Division. Elmwood Park Eagles have a lot of catching up to do. And the Billy Goats have a chance to take first place in the South. That's 101. These players have had 35 minutes to warm up. I don't know why. I don't know what we're waiting for here.
That's a great question. Oh, I heard an all right from the courts. Little pre-game handshakes out there. This is going to be a good game. There's a lot of skill on the court here, a lot of skill in the starting lineup. I think we're going to see a lot of really good bocce in this game.
Here's a look at your Montucky fan section mural. You got to move our camera down a little bit so that the duct is not covering the Montucky logo. But shout out Mark Z in Mexico for that beautiful mural. Such a cool space here at the Chicago Bocce Club. Like none other.
It's a great place to be able to call your home bocce club, I'll tell you that.
Your Elmwood Park Eagles are sponsored in part by Destination Fitness. Destination Fitness's mission is to provide the highest quality in-home exercise rehab and personal training service from the highest qualified exercise therapists and certified trainers in the Chicagoland and Milwaukee areas in northern Indiana. Our services both motivate and positively impact the overall health of our clients in an in-home environment. Amy Zimmerman with a peach to start it off that promotes trust, well-being, and safety. Visit destinedtobefit.com for more information about our services. First shot of the game, Anthony LaBarbera. This will be Sotomano, stick shot. Ooh. And 35 minutes of warm-up, not enough.
I think we'll probably see him go for this one more time.
I would imagine so. He might go. Oh, Sotomano again. Or was that?
No, he switched it.
That was kind of a halfway.
I don't think it was even if it's halfway, it was not intended to stick around, I don't think.
No.
Clean Polino.
Great recovery. LaBarbera, a little frustrated with himself. Understandably.
Ooh.
This is a man who's going to expect excellence from himself, and most of the time he's going to deliver on that expectation. Ball advantage, though, for LaBarbera now. Playing this match in his warm-ups.
It's a little chilly in here.
It is.
It's a little chilly today.
A little bit.
It's after a 60-degree day yesterday. I think we got up to 65 yesterday. It's 30 out there. It's freezing.
Slow start for both these players.
It's hard to come out of the gate, miss your first Rafa. Shake that off and get back into it.
Last ball of the frame will be LaBarbera's. I'm a little surprised that Andy's not shooting here. He's got a good double target, and this ball is it perfect? No, it's gone. It's out of the court. I don't know why he doesn't shoot the double target. I mean, if Paulino moves over to the right, he could give up a big frame, I suppose.
I think early, you don't have last ball. Not a terrible idea to place a good cover, but you do have to make sure that you keep the ball on the court.
The GOAT is in the house. We love to see that.
Sure do.
Anthony LaBarbera unfazed. That's at least one.
The Billy Goat kid afraid of her father in a Billy Goat costume.
Yeah, you can see. I didn't quite catch the jingling on camera, but right behind him as he goes to line up that shot. That's the fun of. That's the environment that we're looking for here.
Yeah. I like it. I mean, and Alex has said it at the beginning of every single game, which is this is a sporting event. This is a spectator sport. People are going to be in here. People are going to be loud. You're not used to it in your backswing, but I think that's the point. Get used to it.
And how about Frank DeLuca, first ball of his career.
Frank DeLuca.
It's about 1 foot.
Beautiful.
Billy Strippick. Oh! Billy pulling out the Sotomano stick shot, and that's a 1-for-1 with the Sotomano. Love to see it from Billy. I heard a couple players tell me this last week. You know, I talked about it during last week's matches. Some of these guys have stick shots, and they just hesitant to pull them out. Good for Billy. First shot of the game.
Yep.
Pulling that out of his pocket.
Earlier when I asked you what you want to see out of this game, I did not get to tell you what I wanted to see out of this game. Didn't get a chance. We got distracted. And mine was, I want to see Billy Strippick with a stick shot. Come out of the gate, hit it like you mean to, have it stick around. I haven't seen one from him, so good to see it. Great ball from Julian there. I think great opportunity for Billy to hit this again. It's a big target. Everyone's moving off the bench, which is exactly what I would be doing there. You don't want to get hit there.
Looks like Billy's going to shoot this one underhand.
Yep. Got it clean.
Clean.
That's a good shot. Another good point from Julian.
Yeah, 2 balls back. Or it's just one ball, right? 1 ball back for Alex Guerra. If he shoots, he could give up a big frame. And stay in rhythm, pointing. The line looks good. The speed looks good. What a frame for the Billy Goats.
The crowd loves it. Filling out a little bit more. It was a little quieter for match 1, but not quiet anymore.
The Billy Goat Pilsner is flowing, courtesy of Chaos Brew Club.
I almost brought you one over. I wasn't sure if you would have wanted it. Should have asked you and then brought it over.
That's all right. I'm good for today, but thank you.
No problem.
Chaos Brew Club, Chicago's home for passionate beer lovers and aspiring brewers. The only home brew club in the city with a dedicated brewing facility offering pro-level equipment. Anthony LaBarbera. Yeah, a good correction on his Sotomano shot. Billy Goats are going to maintain point, though. Only homebrew club in the city with a dedicated brewing facility offering pro-level equipment, fermentation rooms for ales and lagers, and expert guidance for all skill levels. Whether you want to brew your own creations, learn the craft, or simply enjoy great beer with great people, Chaos is where Chicago brews together. chaosbrewclub.org. If you want to try out some of that Billy Goat Pilsner, you can come on down to the Chicago Bocce Club for any CBL Saturday match. They are providing us with a couple of kegs a week. I was told that we burned through 3 kegs pretty quickly last week.
That is not a surprising statistic. This is a group that likes a Pilsner.
Anthony, what a
Wow.
beautiful, solid hit. Paulino straight back to his own ball. He's situated nicely here. Andy does have ball advantage, but he's going to have to get a break on this shot. Looks like off the wall. And out of the court. That one flew. Andy Zimmerman.
He launched that. Wow.
These two guys, Andy and Anthony, both shooting very hard.
Yeah, there's a lot of the courts are not super fast, and if you want your thrown ball to go down with it, you've got to launch it. I think you saw it with Courtney shooting earlier. She also throws so hard, and hers weren't always making it down either. If you're looking for follow through, you got to launch it. Polino out of the court there was what the Billy Goats needed. That was looking like it was going to be a big frame for the Eagles.
Well, Andy had ball advantage. If he had stuck around for the point in the corner, he could have been fine. It could have actually won the frame, but yeah, the way the things are situated, Anthony with just a couple-inch point on the back wall, Paulino out of the court is going to make you very happy every time if you're the Billy Goats.
Absolutely.
Andy Zimmerman, he'll go for the stick shot here. Clean is just as good. Does bring a ball down to the backboard, protects the backboard for the Goats. We talked about Billy Goat Tavern and the curse of the Billy Goat a little bit during the break, but Billy Goat Tavern is a sponsor of the Bucktown Billy Goats. As Andy lines up another Sotomano stick shot.
Oof.
Wide right. Anthony's going to have 2 balls left. It all began in 1934 when Billy Goat Cyanis founded his tavern. It immediately became a favorite home of Chicago journalists who helped the legend continue to grow. From the infamous curse on the Cubs, to the classic SNL skit, Cheeseburger, Cheeseburger, Cheeseburger. The tradition lives on. Butt in anytime and catch CBL matches live at the Billy Goat Tavern all season long. 8 locations throughout the city and the suburbs. BillyGoatTavern.com. Anthony LaBarbera with a chance to point in for 3 here. He's got probably about 17, 18 inches.
Yeah, unfortunately, Andy's ball kind of chipped theirs over. Caught the bounce out, gave them a little bit more room to, or gave Anthony a little bit more room to sneak a couple in.
This ball looks good if it stops.
Stays in.
And it will.
All right. Billy Goats need the Polino here. Just any sort of momentum shift out of this frame is going to be necessary.
Shout out to the folks watching out at Union Tab 7707 Westwood Drive, Elmwood Park. Sponsor of your Elmwood Park Eagles, located just across from the Elmwood Park Circle Bocce Courts. Billy Strippick lines up the shot, opting to shoot this with the way that ball covers the line, and Billy's got a double target. Billy Strippick.
There we go.
Stick shot again. He's seen it twice already.
Beautiful.
Frank improves upon his first ball. Union Tap is the official bar of the Elmwood Park Indoor Bocce facility. Union Tap will be having a watch party during every Elmwood Park Eagles live stream. Billy Strippick again.
Sticks
Hanging out
around
for 2 points, and tell you what, Alex has a stick shot too. Some aggressive play from the Billy Goats here, down 6-1, hoping to close the gap. Come out to watch Eagles play while enjoying, there it is. While enjoying time with friends, great food, and a few drinks. Follow Union Tap on Instagram and Facebook, 7707 Westwood Drive, Elmwood Park. Thank you to Union Tap.
I missed the call here. I'm not.
This ball is sitting right on Paulino. That ball.
I think they were. I heard Andy make the. Or I saw Andy make the sign for Polino. I think he was trying to nick it off the wall there. Not hoping for the.
This ball is right on Paulino.
Okay, well, I guess. I don't know.
Well, if Alex catches it, it's possible that if Alex just touches that wall side of the Eagles ball, that Paulino only moves enough that the Billy Goats would still be setting a couple of points, and then he would have been able to hopefully have a cleaner shot with his last ball for a big frame.
Okay, here, I don't see any downside of shooting right now. You hit yours, you send it to the back. You hit the Billy Goats, you sit with one, maybe two.
Well, you got to pick one or the other, because you can't hit yours. If you hit yours, you got to hit it solid.
Right, but even if he plans to hit theirs solid to take the Plano back, if he misses on, there's no down. I don't see the downside. Like even if you aim for the outside of that, you miss whatever.
Yeah, it's a fairly safe shot.
Did they throw off? I don't understand. Maybe they were seeing something we weren't out there, but that was best case 3, worst case 1. Unless there was room between that ball and the Polino that we weren't seeing.
I am not sure what just happened.
Interesting call. I don't know what that. I don't know about that. Oh, we were chatting. Maybe they said that they burned the ball. The timeout took too long.
No,
But I don't think
because they would have just been charged a timeout.
another timeout.
It wouldn't
Yeah.
have burnt the ball.
Yeah. Okay.
Andy Zimmerman on a hop. Sticks around within 5 or 6 feet. That was a Sopermano shot with topspin. He hit it solid enough and on the right bounce to stick around. Michelle Holloman. Please and thank you. Delivering empanadas to the booth. What a sweetheart. Last week she brought us a deli board. This week it's empanadas.
She also brought us cookies earlier.
Let this be a challenge to the other teams, please. Which team can bring me the most food? Us. You can have some.
Thank you so much, Michael.
I'll share.
Thank you.
How about Jeff Giegold with the, what are those, Shrek Crocs? Are those Shrocks?
No, that is Mike Wazowski.
Oh, you're right. That's a stupid question. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed for you. It's okay. We'll work on it. Alex calls for a timeout.
I am going to guess that the Billy Goats are going to point here, but it's hard to tell if their back ball, if the Billy Goats back ball beats the front ball of the Eagles, Andy can shoot twice. Thank you, Michelle. Those empanadas smell great. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Worst case scenario for the Bucktown Billy Goats.
Yeah, it's not what you want to see there.
That shot, you got to...
That just kind of ricocheted.
He's putting Paulino in play. That was kind of a... It's kind of a make-up-your-mind shot where it didn't really make up his mind. Kind of went for an either-or, and the or was no good the way that the balls were situated. I would have expected him to shoot that either straight up along the wall if you could see it, or off the wall, or potentially using the Rondina. Anthony LaBarbera, he can stick for 3 here. And it, oh, he's going underhand.
Oh.
That's a big miss.
I'm not. Wow. Even if he had hit.
Yeah, Paulino might not have been good there either.
Yeah. All right. Billy Goats back in possession. Great line. Good ball for Al there. 75% pointer right there for the game. Franco DeLuca.
Chat's letting us know we also got Schwings on the way. Shout out Schwings Shrimp and Wings. Owned by the Semesi family. Bocce players and contributors to Elmwood Park Bocce. Schwings showcases some of the best and freshest shrimp, fish, and chicken. Billy Strippick.
Oh, he's feeling it now.
Fresh chicken for you. I don't know what that meant.
I don't know. We're going to move past it. I like
Prepared
you're
in their
good.
family's traditions. Schwings on Mannheim.com. 1743 North Mannheim Road, Stone Park, Illinois. Thank you, Schwings.
I was going to say, I like seeing this out of Billy. I want to see him consistently shooting, getting into a rhythm, feeling good.
We talked about it. I talked about it with him last week. After their match, he's the first shooter. Half of his balls in the last match were points in a match where he was struggling to find his rhythm shooting. And there were a lot of 50-50 calls where they could have shot, could have pointed. I would have favored shooting on a lot of them, and they had him point. Instead, he's never, he agreed. He just said he was never able to shoot himself into a rhythm. So a little different strategy out of the gate.
Yeah, I think there were some there were some mechanical things going on with his shot last week, and needed to get back in the lab and clean those up. And looks like he got it done and getting into a rhythm now.
And we love to see the stick shot. We'll see it again here. Oh, no, we won't. He throws his hands up, but that is, I mean, if he's shooting Paulino, I don't get it. He should not be shooting Paulino there. The Eagles own most of, well, it's about half and half on the backboard there, but.
Yeah, with that lineup, I'm not really sure what the target was, if the target was the Eagles' ball, it could have cleared out his own anyway.
Still had a chance at a big frame.
Yeah.
If Alex is able to hit that ball, but nothing doing. Let's take a look again at how these balls are situated. I can't say that I understand Billy's angle here at all.
Yeah, especially
If he misses, he takes out his own ball.
maybe he was trying to get the inside of that Plano to send it to the right. If you see where that ball is right now, it kind of looks like maybe that could be the target, is the inside of the Plano. But if he misses, he goes straight through, they hit their own out. I don't know. I think we're down 5. Just get the Plano back.
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know if that could have been the decision. They were going for the aggressive shot, a chance at making 3. It's going to be a lot harder to make 3 or even 2 if Billy takes out the point ball in that situation, but I don't know.
Nice wall Rafa there.
Okay, that's our first hit on a wall raffle so far today.
Todd hit one, I think.
If you say so.
Maybe Todd was Rondina.
Andy actually hit one off the wall, kind of. It was a crotch shot earlier in the game to send Paulino out of the court. Lovely crowd here at the CBC. ChicagoBocceClub.com. Memberships are open. And available. If you want access to what is now debatably, well, especially once it's finished, as the club prepares to open here, waiting on the city of Chicago. What else is new? When this place is completed, it's, for my money, this is the nicest club in the country, overall, facility-wise. Andy Severman sticking it off the wall. Still ball advantage for Anthony LaBarbera, but a lot more pressure now with this roll.
Stick off the wall is crazy. What a shot. Really good ball. Oh.
LaBarbera says, what pressure? Andy
Do it again?
might shoot this off the wall again. 3 wall shots in one frame.
I mean,
His other option that he's
not?
going to look at here is rolling to try and steal the point. He's going to go for it.
he's going for the stick.
I don't know if he is. I think he's going underhand this time because Paulino has a chance to go into the corner.
Oh,
That's
not what you wanted.
can't miss on that side.
Yeah,
I mean, hindsight's 20/20. It's easy to say now, but
I do think that was a slight miscommunication between Andy and Alex there.
he missed his spot on the wall by about 6 feet.
Yeah, I think that was the miscommunication of what the move was. Not what the Billy Goats are hoping for.
Oh, Anthony.
Oh, he hates it. All right. All right. Let's see if Billy and Alex can make something happen for the Billy Goats here. 10 to 2 is a hard hole to climb out of. It's not impossible, though. We've seen a lot of games, teams climb back from 10 to 2. It's hard to get the win off of that. You've got to make a little bit more gutsy calls. You have to make a little bit more risky calls. But it's doable.
The quicker they win, the quicker I can eat this empanada.
Absolutely. Do you think they know that? Do you want to let them know real quick, maybe?
Probably, I should.
Okay.
Shout out to our viewers in France. The Twitch streamer Donnie. I wish, I don't know how to say his full name correctly, but
Ooh.
bonjour. Merci for watching.
I could listen to that man say Pistol Pete. Pistol Pete.
I like
every day of the week.
Funk Puppy.
That one's good too. But Pistol Pete is my favorite. All right. Billy Goats really need this one to be right on Polino. It's tracking. I think that's going to be a little short there.
The ball made a baby cry in the audience.
Oh, no.
I think the Billy Goat is scaring a baby. I think that's what it is.
Oh, is it Georgia? Oh, he made Anthony's kid cry? That's too funny. Oh, yeah, they had to put one in back here, but it's gotta get there. And I mean, there's plenty of room to point in.
This is an easy sell if you come on the outside. Yeah. If you come any direction, this is an easy sell.
Yeah.
Timeout.
Good time to take the timeout. Why not? I think your ideal is going between those two fronts, but also there's so much room to the side.
I think you got, let's take a look again from this angle. Can't see now, but if you got a double target on, I think you're shooting a double target here on one of the front balls in Paulino. If you have a double target on the closer front ball in Paulino, you take that. If you don't, you take the double target on the Paulino and the further front ball.
Sure.
You're going to open up a line at the very least. You might move Paulino. If you get a good break on Paulino, this could be a 3-point frame. That they only need 2.
Yeah, they have 3 balls back. Oh. Oh. Wow. Frank DeLuca. Shot of the look at that. Shot of the game right there in my eyes.
Julian Batula for the game.
What a beautiful little hard replace there.
That's
game.
Do it. Shortest game yet.
2 of those
in CBL
today.
History.
How many frames was that?
It was 8 frames.
Okay, earlier one was 9 that broke the shortest game record. 10 before that, I think. Yes, no? Confirmation.
Something like that.
Something like that.
A look at our stats presented by Bocce Labs, boccelabs.com. Only 2 frames that game, 1 on each side of the court for the Bucktown Billy Goats. What do you see here, Jesse? Talk to me.
You know, I'd like to see, we need to see something change on the Billy Goats. I don't know if that's going to be pulling someone off the bench right now. Alex's, we've talked about this, that the stats don't necessarily get a full picture of the game. If you have some good cover balls, they're counted as bad balls. So if there is a good cover ball, it's not necessarily counted as a good ball. I think Alex is playing great. Billy's shooting well, 100%.
I mean,
he hit every shot.
The Eagles with only 4 shot attempts that game. Julian Batula, starting shooter on the double side, didn't have to take a single shot.
Yeah.
And that, I would argue that Franco's shot in the last frame, his last ball was a shot, not a roll. So
I would agree.
That'll have to get, it's objectively true. That'll have to get corrected in the stats.
Yeah, I think because he doesn't have a traditional Rafa, it doesn't look like Rafa. It does look like a point, but that's a Rafa, which makes Franco DeLuca 100% shooter, which I love to see. I also think those stats are low because there just weren't as many balls thrown.
Once this match is over, You'll be able to vote for player of the match for both matches at ChicagoBocceLeague.com. Early front runners for this match: Billy Strippick, 6 for 6 in game 1, including a couple of nice stick shots. And all the Eagles have an argument. Julian Batula, only 7 balls thrown in the game.
That's wild. Is there, I know we've talked about stats before, but right now, if someone throws off a ball, because it is objectively the smarter call than throwing the ball potentially selling, is that considered a bad ball?
Yes.
Okay.
The way that the stats are situated now, that is considered a bad ball. Well, we'll have game 2 up in about 5 minutes. Something's got to give for the Billy Goats. I don't expect to see any subs here. But only able to win 1 frame.
They're having a team meeting over there.
On each side of the court.
Yeah, they're having a team meeting. I don't know. Maybe it's just I've been on the receiving end of a Alex pep talk before, and I can tell you it does some work. And I think what's happening over there is Alex saying, all right, let's lock in, no more bonehead balls, play good bocce, just do better. And I'll tell you, it works a lot of the time.
Going to be a lot of haze from Andy. Hey.
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 Hey, you know? Yeah, this is a premier Alex pep talk moment.
Tomorrow, starting at 3 p.m. Eastern, live from Youngstown, Ohio, for the OBL Futures Game, the OBL Skills Competition, and then the first ever All-Star Game. Congratulations to Mike Nardone joining the crew there for the South Division after receiving 427 votes this week. Beat out Nick Ottaviani by 80 votes. Nick received 347 votes. We had 900 total votes.
That's a lot of votes.
That is a lot of votes. We appreciate everybody engaging with our voting systems in both Chicago and Ohio. We have received quite a bit of interaction from both regions. Mark C, is that?
I think that's for you. People heard you say, start bringing me things. And look at that, you got a latte? You want to? A hot pistachio latte.
No way.
Would you look at that? Mark.
I probably can't drink it.
Oh no.
Because it's probably milk. But
oh no. I'll take that off your hands. Don't worry about it.
We appreciate the thought.
I think Jeff's saying it's time for game 2 over there.
Well, Jeff thought I was waving to Mark. Jeff thought that's all right.
You know what? That works. It was a thought that counts.
Sure.
Do you want this Red Bull? I'll trade you. Do you want this Red Bull?
No, it's all right. I have a coffee, but I'll also.
All right. Yeah, I mean.
I'll investigate further. We got more empanadas.
This is ideal.
This is nice.
This is great.
Thank you so much to you guys for tuning in again for this week 2 of the Chicago Bocce League here at the CBC in Westtown, Chicago. We've got. I just hear?
I don't know if you heard that. It is Frank DeLuca's 81st birthday today. He's out there. 100% shooter Frank DeLuca.
Pro athlete
today. Pro athlete
Frank DeLuca starting for the Elmwood Park Eagles.
Incredible.
Happy birthday, young man.
Happy birthday.
Send it back down to our feature court for game number 2, Rec.
Game number 2.
It is also match 2.
You can't see what just happened there. The cameras weren't on it, but Frank was sitting down, and Julian goes, all right, are we playing? And they couldn't find Frank, and he's sitting on the bench, but he's coming down. Is his number 81 on his jersey? Was that the whole point? Him turning 81 this month or this season? It is. Well, I don't know if it's the point, but it is. That's his jersey number. That's fun. You love to see it. There we go. Great ball from Andy there. Early tone set for this game. Anthony clips the Polino. All right. He doesn't love that. I think it's going to be okay.
You know what's the best part with all these, lattes and empanadas being delivered is we still got wings, shrimp and wings on the way.
Shrimp and wings on the way. Maybe some chicken. What a beautiful ball. What a stunning point that was.
Andy Zimmerman. I can't get over the Billy Goat costume. That's so great.
It is something else. I don't like that the beady little eyes are lit up.
Do they light up?
I think those are lit up. I don't like it.
They are lit up. Wow.
Yeah, that's why he made his kid cry. He made Anthony's kid cry. All the kids are crying.
Andy Zimmerman, right back at you, Mr. LaBarbera. You know what? This is a sellable ball, but I love the idea. So what Anthony's looking at here is if those three balls are touching, Anthony can shoot the left side of Andy's ball, and he could end up with a couple of points. This could go bad. He's just going to point.
Oh, beautiful. Oof. It was just a little too light. He wanted that for the line, the curve at the end of the line, not to take, for the curve of the court not to take it. If he'd thrown just a little bit harder. But I think maybe the backup option was just keeping it around anyway, but the more that ball slows down, the more the curve of the court's going to take it. Ooh. It's not what you need. Michael, I've got some good news for you. Schwings has arrived.
Oh, boy. Schwings in the house.
Schwings is here.
Shout out. Yeah, it's good. Thank you so much.
Good adjust from Alex. Oh, from Alex there.
Julian Batula, ball number 2 for the Eagles. His first shot of the match.
Clean.
Schwings wings. 1743 North Manheim Road, Stone Park, Illinois. Shout out. Chicken, fish, and shrimp. We'll see if we can get you folks a look at the wings here on camera. I don't know if I'm capable of I don't know if I'm physically capable of doing that, along with my other duties right now.
Food influencer, production guy,
Production
on-air
guy.
talent.
2 balls back for the Eagles. The ball in the back is the one to beat, as La Barbera is indicating there. The young man from Elmwood Park, 81 years young, Frank DeLuca. He took his coat off.
He's warming up. That looks good.
Down to business, Mr.
Oh.
DeLuca.
Peyton said no. I'm going to believe her, but
Anthony's standing right there. He's not challenging.
no. Ooh. All right.
2-zip. And still the Billy Goats, through 10 total frames, have only won 2 frames against these Elmwood Park Eagles. What am I going to do with all this food? Empanadas, shrimp, wings. I don't know what else is in there. It's a great problem to have.
It is. There are worse problems. Ooh. Anthony.
Stinker.
I feel like we can only say that because it's just so rare.
Oh, I say it. I would say it anyways, but yes, that is
Yeah. And we're just
very
so
rare.
shocked. All right. Good ball from Andy there. I expect we'll see I
there's
expect wrong.
no point in shooting.
You're right. I don't know what I was thinking.
Unless he's shooting Paulino, which would be pretty aggressive at this point in the frame. Especially when you can do that.
Great point.
Andy's got a double target. He would much rather have the ball clean. See if he decides to go for the stick shot or bring his ball down the court with the chance of Paulino moving. He's going stick shot. Paulino out of the court. Not ideal on that spot for the Billy Goats.
Anthony's face on that was because his daughter was standing there moments ago. Also, his father's down there. He really launched that. My goodness. All right. I expect we'll see a better opening ball from Anthony on this one. A little redo, a little mulligan.
All right, folks. We got a trivia question for you. Who was the first team to score a point in the Chicago Bocce League?
I like a trivia segment.
No hints.
I'm not going to say anything.
Answer at the end of this frame.
All right.
Do you know the answer?
I do know the answer.
Paulino
On
out.
again.
In that case,
that the-
Paulino out of the court is far better
Far better.
for the Billy Goats.
Is that the first double reset frame?
Might be. At some point, we're going to have to get like CBL branded Paulinos as souvenirs for people to keep when they fly out of the court. I want to see people diving on the ground like in baseball, trying to grab the Paulino when it flies out of the court.
One day, Michael. All right. Third Paulino toss of this frame. 3 different spots.
Anthony, the third Paulino hit for Andy.
And it stays in the court. The crowd goes wild.
I mean, I wonder if Anthony put that Paulino over there to protect his family down the court.
And now they're back in danger again. Ooh. Little long? What? 1.5 rotations too much there?
Two ball advantage for the Billy Goats. Looking to win only their 3rd frame of the match.
Really good adjust there from Anthony. I think there's, if the ball spends a lot of time over in that rondina, it kind of picks up speed, goes a lot faster than you intend it to. So, little switch to not go in the rondina and just go straight at it.
For the right side of the ball, yeah, when you shoot that hard, left side of the ball works too. And he's sitting 2 points.
Last ball for the Eagles.
It's another good one from Anthony. He would like for it to open up a little bit. He doesn't love that Andy has a double target now, but
yeah, he's
Paulino could very well go out of the court again if he hits Paulino solid.
I think he's going to go. Oh.
He'll take another shot at it.
Yeah, I'm hearing Alex say, do you like the wall side? I'm honestly kind of surprised he didn't go from that side to begin with. Oh. Tough break.
Rob Barbera saves the frame.
I am surprised he didn't do that on the first ball. If he had sent that back, it could have been sitting 3 before, even with a ball left in hand. All right.
I tell you what, these Schwing's wings smell so good over here.
Open it. Can you hit buttons with wing hands? Probably not. Ooh, catch that Paulino. Alex got to be thrilled that that touched that Paulino and kept it solidly. That would have not been in had he not landed right smack dab on that Paulino. Wrong ball there. We'll see hopefully see a good adjustment here. I think either pointing now or no, going again. Yep, had to be going for the Paulino there. Got it clean.
3 balls to 1 for the Billy Goats. They're going to shoot this target point ball in the left corner. Hope to hang around for the point. Last ball for the Eagles is going to be Frank's. That's a big miss there for Billy.
Yeah, if you look at that, he held on to it for way too long. I think you heard him say it too. He did not mean to. He just couldn't let go of the ball.
Well, Jesse, I know the answer. You know the answer. The first ever point scored in CBL history. The chat was right. Elmwood Park Eagles. It was not touch. it was actually Anthony who scored the first point, but it was the Elmwood Park Eagles. Thanks for playing.
How many more trivia questions are there for this game?
0.
Oh, okay, great.
You got any more questions?
I can come up with some trivia questions. I love trivia. Billy Strippick. Good ball for the kid there. I expect to see a very similar ball from Franco de Luca.
He's got to give it a chance. Should be some speed on this ball. Yeah, it's a shot.
Okay, so that's also a rough. Oh. Oh!
Franco, yes or no? Anthony likes it. It's
Andy
in.
hates it. Wow. Frank DeLuca. My goodness. Andy doesn't know what to do. Look at him. Can we do that replay one more time? Did you see it? It just watched the difference in Andy and Anthony's faces. That's too good.
Off the wall. Interesting. La Barbera. First point off the wall. He hit the wall before half court. This is an either or for Andy. He's going to shoot. This will be Sotomano stick shot.
Ooh.
And that'll work. Solid.
Ooh.
He's firing that ball today.
Looks good. Same ball from Anthony.
A little bit better line.
Yeah. Keeps it in front of the Polino. Expect to see a very similar shot from Andy here.
Yeah, double target from the right corner. There is a dangerous break on Paulino potentially. Oops.
Ooh.
Clean is better, and this blue ball might
Maybe
come
two?
back around for 2. Jeff calls 1. Still, though, through 12 frames, Bucktown Billy Goats have only won 2.
This is reminding me of that frame between Courtney and Vanessa with the 4 perfect points, 4 perfect shots.
I would love to see Andy stick with the stick shot here.
I think he's gonna. Ooh!
There's 3.
Uh-oh.
Pretty inconsequential that that ball kicked back up. They were only sitting 1.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is Andy Zimmerman trying to make 1 point the hard way.
The hardest possible way. Oh, if he covers that Polino.
Anthony La Barbera says, deal with that, Andy.
Wow. Huge point there. All 4 of those points got better. Incredible. Anthony's not somebody you want to give 4 attempts to do the exact same thing.
Now Andy's got to hope for a break. They could end up with a couple points here, but so could the Eagles.
Oh.
Paulino to the Eagles again.
Every possible bad Polino toss break here. And this one, we've talked about it before of, I've heard you say like, oh, the bocce god said this, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, you hit the wrong side of the ball. A lot of these have been, they are hitting the ball exactly as they need to hit the ball. And the Polino really is just not going their way. That is tough. I think the Billy Goats are playing significantly better in this game. I think the 5-0 score is not really telling the whole story right now.
Every frame has been very close. It's 5 points, but it took them 5 frames to get 5 points.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a significantly better showing from the Billy Goats, which means you know that Alex pep talk really did wonders. Frank DeLuca with the point. A little bit short there. Anthony calling for Julian to take a shot. But there is a kind of a bump up potential. It's not a terrible call to point here. Can't be short though. I've watched Julian play enough bocce here that real good chance he's right on the Polino here. All right, so Billy Goat's sitting one. I think they're going to call a timeout here, get a better look at the lay of the land. There's a lot of opportunity to sell here, but they've got to win this frame. They've got to get a couple of points on the board, and with 3 balls back, they've got options. I think you can't really hear what they're saying there, but it's calling a shot for, I think that the ball closest to the Billy Goats ball on the right seems to be the call. Open it up for them to point a few in. Really the only ball Billy can't hit here is their own. Even if he does, there's potential to shoot the Polino after that. Okay, that works too. Leaves a ton of room on the side to point in. The thing we've seen people struggling with today with this point is not cutting that middle table, not cutting the line enough, and having it stay on the outside of the curve. As Alex said to Andy earlier, hey, you know these courts. You know the court. He knew where to throw from. He got that point. And we should see Billy point in for 3. Looks like a good starting point. Looks like a good line. Speed looks good. Got to get up. All right, 2 there is huge for the Billy Goats. They would have liked 3, but Polino in hand, momentum shift. They won their 3rd frame of the game. Big for the Billy Goats.
We're going to have a special courtside with Carm segment coming up in just a second here. We're going to wait till the action is on the other side of the court so as not to distract the players too much. Very, very interesting Polino placement here from Andy Zimmerman, challenging Anthony to shoot Sotomano and stick 4 times. And he does not stick the first one, and now Andy has the opportunity to shoot 4 times or 3 times. This is a weird angle from Andy. I don't know why he's putting Polino in play with this shot, especially if he's going to shoot a stick shot.
I don't know. Like, I absolutely hear what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with you. I think it looks like he's further over than he was. Like, with such a short ball.
But why? Why put Paulino in play at all there?
I just don't think it was as in play as you think it was.
If you're gonna,
I get what you're saying, but I think he was going for the perfect stick, and you can't do that as well from the side.
sure you can. It's a round ball. It's not shaped differently from any side.
Easier to stick straight on. I don't know.
Which one of us is a shooter, Jesse?
That's what I'm. Listen, I get it. I hear what you're saying, but also you've been sticking shots for 15 years.
More than that.
Okay, well, exactly. So as people who are newer to sticking Rafas, it is easier square. It is easier straight on.
I wholeheartedly disagree. One ball left for each player. Anthony, by putting his last ball on Paulino, forcing Andy to shoot underhand. He's got 3 points sitting there now, and he
doesn't like that.
Might have. Oh, no. Did he beat any of them?
No. Maybe that one on the right, but I don't think so.
Oh, disaster.
Yikes.
Well, Andy's decision to go short with the Paulino does not work out. And 4 points for the Elmwood Park Eagles. Let's send it down to courtside with Carm.
What's up, Bocce fans? This is your girl Carm tuning in on CBL Saturday, bringing you some courtside behind-the-scenes bocce. And I got to sit down with all the teams this week and really talk about who they think their biggest competitor is. And to be honest with you, Andy Zimmerman said from the Bucktown Billy Goats that the Highwood Stallions is his team's biggest competition. And man, does it shows. If you were watching match one, you saw that the Highwood Stallions absolutely dominated over the Jacks. Anthony LaBarbera said from the Elmwood Park Eagles that his biggest competition is himself. So there you have it, guys. Once again, shout out to everybody at Union Tap in Elmwood Park, and shout out to everybody and all our sponsors. And back to you, Mike.
Thank you, Carm. Good opening point from the Eagles and a missed Rafa for Billy Strippick. We love our courtside with Carm segment.
It's great. It's
and we've got a mistake. I don't know what's going on with the scoreboard right now. The score, of course, is not 12-2.
It looks like Digital Dave over there in his computer working on something. So clearly a little bit of a mistake there.
What is beeping at
Something
me?
is beeping at us.
Oh, it's this thing. Sorry, folks.
Ooh.
Too many moving parts back here.
Alex, unfortunately, just a little bump on the Eagles ball to make it cover Paulino. Not ideal, but Billy can shoot this. We're going to call for a timeout. Get a better look at what's going on over there.
We'll have your scoreboard fixed in just a second. Score is 9-2.
Ooh.
This is a great ball. He had a half a chance, a little more speed to steal the point, but
I think he needed to hit that a little bit higher on the Rondina. I think a little bit more speed, he would have gone past it.
Eagles are going to take a timeout. They've got 2 balls to win the game. I assume that they're just going to point between the 2 Billy Goats balls, use the Rondina. Your scoreboard is corrected. Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you, Mr. Hoffman. Shout out Bocce Labs, boccelabs.com. Julian softly on the Rondina. Ooh, he's aggressive to push. What an interesting call.
I mean, they were going for the win.
He could have just pointed twice for the win. That was super aggressive.
Could have. Maybe that was an easier shot for.
Incredible execution. Julian Batula and the Eagles are going to win this one.
Wow. Another quick one.
2 games. The Bucktown Billy Goats won 3 frames in 2 games. Complete domination from the Elmwood Park Eagles. Just absolute trouncing of the Billy Goats. 12-2, 12-2.
Wow.
Statement win for the Elmwood Park Eagles.
And, they played really well in the second game. I think there were a couple of bad bounces, a couple of missed points, but they played well in game 2. Game 1, obviously not their best. Came back game 2 playing a lot better, but Anthony and who's going to beat Anthony and Frank DeLuca today? Nobody.
Well, we'll have this fully up to speed for you in just a minute here. They're working on the back end, correcting whatever mistake was made. That's quite all right. We're working with an entirely new crew of volunteers here, so we appreciate everybody taking the time to learn the stats. I don't know if you think back, if you remember, I remember what the first few weeks in Ohio were like. A lot of people remember what the last few weeks in Ohio were like, naturally. The stats were not perfectly smooth out of the gate, as we have come to expect now at this point. So just like we got there in Ohio, we'll get there in Chicago in all aspects. But I mean, what's pretty straightforward analysis here. Eagles played great. Billy Goats it didn't feel like they were playing bad.
No, it really didn't, especially in the second game. They looked good. They were hitting shots, they were making points.
That 4-point frame in the second to last frame from La Barbera, it's such a huge frame. The difference there is just he put that 1 ball right on Paulino. It ended up being a 4-point ball, and then Andy shorts his last ball to allow Anthony to roll in for 4 with 7 feet, 8 feet. That's just, against a team like the Eagles, you got to be on your game, and the Billy Goats played well. They played well enough to probably beat some other performances that we've seen from other teams, but not even close against the Eagles today.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've seen better out of Andy, Alex, and Billy before. We've seen better out of all of them. Just not their day. And that's something that's interesting about, do you keep your starters in if they're not playing well? Do you with people as experienced as they are, there's plenty of opportunity for them to fight their way back into the game? Or do you let them take a seat and bring someone in who's warm and, playing well? Michael's wholeheartedly agreeing with me. Michael, we need Michael for a second. Michael's doing his very first unboxing video of food. Can you switch the booth around?
This is now a mukbang channel. All right, what do we got here from Schwings?
It does smell really good.
It smells incredible. We got...
Is that a salad?
Can't tell.
No, it looks warm.
Better not be a salad.
No,
Don't
it
give me
looks
a
warm.
salad.
Something warm is happening.
That is Oh, I don't know what that is. That looks really
Is it
good.
an artichoke? It's an artichoke.
Artichoke.
Artichoke?
Gorgeous. This isn't even, this is just one of 3 bags.
There's so much happening. Here,
I
let
won't
me
make you
scoop.
watch me unbox all 3 bags, but
Just some wings?
I'm going to need help eating these.
They smell incredible.
They smell so good.
Thank you. What is the
Is that lemon pepper?
Schwings? It looks lemon pepper.
Schwings.
Schwings on Mannheim Road.
Oh, yeah.
Look, there's honestly an insane amount of food here. Thank you so much to Schwings.
There's more chicken wings in there. Thank you very much. I'll be digging into those very shortly here. Well, we will be back.
Do you want to bring Frank DeLuca into the booth
please.
on his 81st birthday?
Please.
Let's get him in. Let me give him my headset.
We got a third one. That's all right.
Yeah, for your happy birthday. You played great.
Thank you. Bye.
The birthday boy. I'm going to fix your microphone here.
It's fine.
Congratulations, Frank. You played great.
Yeah, they need an old man in the game, right? To keep the tradition going.
It worked in that match. How does it feel being able to come out here on your birthday, your 81st birthday, right?
81st, yeah.
And compete in front of a crowd like this?
I didn't see him. I pretended that nobody was there.
Do you? Is that how you focus?
No, I love the game, so I can play anywhere.
How long have you been playing bocce, Frank?
I was 13, 14 years old in Italy, and at that time it was no open game. Everything was rough favolo.
Sure.
I cannot do that anymore.
Where in Italy are you from?
It's a small town in the Abruzzi region,
Okay.
between Rome and Naples. It's halfway.
So you grew up playing. Since you started playing there, what were the courts like? Were they
It was
synthetic?
gravel. It was gravel.
Yeah, all gravel.
Those time it was just gravel. In the open, the court on the open and the gravel.
And then you come to the States. Did you come straight to Chicago?
Yeah, this was my first stop in 1969.
And you've been here ever since?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, I went back for 7 years.
Okay.
Yeah, tried to live over there, but it's impossible.
Is it?
No.
Well, as somebody who's been playing bocce for, 40, 50 years now?
A little more than that.
More than
I would
that?
say, well, I started, but 60, 80 years.
How optimistic are you about the future of our sport?
In America, it's more popular than Europe, actually.
Really,
I
more?
can see a lot of young people play.
Mm-hmm.
No. In Italy, besides the professional, because they have a professional league, the young kids, they're not interested anymore. Very few.
That's an interesting thing that they have. In Italy, they have actual professional leagues where players...
They are the best. They are the best.
They're the best players. They make good money.
Yeah, very few young people goes there.
But
I know a few of them, but not very much.
They struggle.
Not age, because it was nothing else than the 2 courts outside on the gravel. We had nothing to do and no money to go anywhere. So we will play bocce all day long.
What do you think it is that they have that infrastructure there and so much money in the sport there, but they still struggle to attract younger viewers and younger players?
I don't know. It's a generation, different people. The young kids they're different.
It used to be like that here, right? So, like, I'm from upstate New York. 10-ish years ago, we were really hurting for players. A lot of the clubs were declining membership. Tournaments were having a hard time selling out. But that's changed over the course of the last 10 years or so. I don't know how Illinois, I don't know how similar that trajectory?
Well, no, I traveled, a few years back. I had some health issue and I stopped for a period. But a few years ago, I used to travel, to find some court very short, very narrow, not wide enough, not long enough. And make it like, Roma, in New York, Roma, with the Bocce, World Series Bocce.
Yeah.
Those courts, to me, they are not courts. I don't like them at all. They're short. I was there once, and never again. Everything changed, all the regulations are different from what we play.
Yeah.
Ball goes out, go back in the court, they're good.
Yeah, maybe a little simpler, a little easier for people to understand, because that's why, you mentioned the World Series. They got 180 teams there this past year.
Yeah, I know.
They have, thousands of people show up to watch.
That's the future. It's nice to see all the participation, the kids, old people.
There's an interesting balance there with our sport, which is that what a lot of people would consider the top tier of the sport can be, unless you're really a bocce fanatic, to the average person, the top tier of our sport might be less exciting to watch than something like that, where there's fewer rules, there's more of it is up to chance.
Everybody's got an opportunity to play. When I came in '69 and I went to the Mazzini Club, I don't know if you were there.
Mazzini Verdi?
Yeah, Mazzini Verdi, and we were young then. I was 24 years old, and they won't even put your feet on the court. You're too young. You don't know how to play. Stay out. That's the old people. That's what they teach us. You are too young and you don't know how to play. Stay out.
Oh, that's another great point. That might be the biggest factor, is the cultural factor of generations past. Like my grandfather's generation, very exclusive. The woman couldn't play, the children couldn't play.
They were terrible.
What do you think it is that? Why do you think that changed?
Well, probably the generation has changed. Generational. That's the way it is. Fortunately, because otherwise the sport will be dead. It's nice to see people participate, watching, having interest in the sport, which is a good pastime. That's beautiful. I love it. But I hope we'll keep on going like that. It will be beautiful.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, it's a beautiful game. It's a beautiful thing to see out there competing, Frank. And happy birthday.
Thank you.
Enjoy your
Thank you, Mike.
match sweep.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, that was Mr. Franco De Luca, starting pointer for the Elmwood Park Eagles on his 81st birthday. 12-2, 12-2. I mean, what a match from the young man from Abruzzo. We'll be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern from Youngstown, Ohio for the first ever OBL All-Star Game, as well as the OBL Futures Game, a very special broadcast. Future OBL superstars under the age of 18. Again, that'll be 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central. We will be live right here on the Bocce Broadcast Network. And then we will be back again on Thursday for Week 3 of the Chicago Bocce League, live every Thursday at 6:30 Central, Saturdays at 10:30 Central. And then starting not this Monday, but next Monday, March 9th, Season 2 of the Ohio Bocce League starts. And then we're going to be live 3 nights a week, 3 days a week, Monday night, Thursday night, Saturday afternoon. You get the idea. So, 3 days a week from a laptop and spending all my money that I made doing painting jobs, buying cameras, to now semi-professional broadcast 3 days a week. We love to see it. And it's all thanks in big part to your support, watching, sharing, commenting. I appreciate it very much. So I think that's it. I'm going to eat some of these wings and shrimp and whatever else is in that bag. And I'm going to get ready to fly to Ohio. Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been week 2 of the Chicago Bocce League, Chicago's first semi-pro bocce league. Thank you to our hosts here at the CBC. Thank you to the players. Congratulations to the Eagles and the Stallions, 2 match sweeps. And go to ChicagoBocceLeague.com to vote for player of the match. Until tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern, I'm Mike Sheldon. This has been a production of the Bocce Broadcast Network, and you take it easy.